What's going on, people? Back again with another Red Talk Blood emergency meeting. What you man telling me?
Another emergency
Bro,
meeting. We gotta start just calling these meetings. You know what I'm saying? That's what they
meetings,
are.
yeah,
It's not
regular meetings.
emergency, man. This is just regular now.
Oh, bro, what you man telling me, bruv? Like, hey,
Bro,
hey,
listen, man. People are saying more emergency meetings than wins, man. You know what I mean? That's
bro,
peak right now.
bro,
Like,
bro,
it ain't easy right now. It ain't easy.
bro,
Easy. It ain't easy.
bruv. It
It ain't
is,
easy.
it is, it's a horrible time, bruv.
Yeah.
It's a
And you know what? I
horrible
don't think it's gonna
time.
get any better. That's all I'm saying,
Nope,
man. So strap
it
in. You know what I'm saying to you? These are the dark days, man. They're continuing, man. It's just one of them
Can we
situations where
agree now? Can we agree that it's over for man now? Can we agree now, Saeed?
That-
I don't
Come,
think
come
it's
on,
over.
man. Come on,
I don't think
come
it's
on,
over.
Saeed. Come on,
No, no,
Saeed.
no. I ain't doing this. I don't think it's over. I think he needs time to rectify his problems, like all managers should do. But like I said, he's under pressure. I can agree he's under pressure, but to say sack him now, I don't think for me is the wise things to do, man. Because A, there's no manager out there that I think for me can solve this problem right now in this current time. And B, I think players as well need to be held accountable. So all in all, I do think he's under pressure, and I do think for me he's being stubborn. And what I saw on Saturday, and I was at the ground, yeah, I was shocked, bro, that the fans booed him, man. I can't lie. I didn't think it would go there. You see how other situations you kind of like, but you see this when he took off Hoyland, bro. I've never seen the crowd boo like that from all angles. I'm talking about, and you might have heard it on TV, yeah. But I was like, I didn't even boo because I was that shocked. I was more shocked at the fact that he took off Hoyland. I was like, yo, what you on, bro? Like,
yeah,
what are you
yeah,
doing?
yeah.
Because I don't buy into it still. A lot of people have been saying, oh, he's just come back from injury. When you're a young player, yeah, and it's your debut, you got to realize, yeah, you're on this adrenaline. You don't feel any sort of tiredness, bro. You don't. You
Talk
feel
about it.
like, bro, I want to score. I want to be that guy that wins us the game. Like, I don't feel tired. And I get it. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, there may be an injury, but I just think for me, in that kind of moment, he's pumped up, he's ready. I didn't see fatigue for me because at the end of the day, bro, nobody was giving him the ball, man. You know what I mean? Man had Rashford just, you know what I mean? Just
Yeah, but
pretending like he's
Rashford is
not
the
a
one that
teammate.
he should have taken off, blood. And that's why I say, yeah,
Oh,
big up the crowd,
don't
yeah,
get me
for
started.
booing this guy, blood. You know what I'm saying? Big them up. You know why? Because, bro, he needs to be held accountable for his nonsense, bro. This manager, yeah, has done too many things wrong in such a short period of time, innit? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yep.
When you look between the end of last season, like even if you don't even want to count like the 7-0s and all that, if you just start from pre-season till now,
Yeah, yeah.
he's made
Been
so
bad.
many mistakes, yeah, in such a condensed period of time. You see, if you mess up over a long period of time, yeah, it kind of balances things out, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? But what he's done in pre-season from the teams he picked, he almost wasted a pre-season. Because when you look at the preseason, yeah, playing one team in one half, this in the second half, not really implementing a style, because our second team in preseason
It's
never
better
played
than the
nothing like
first
the
team.
first team. Yeah. And played nothing
Yeah,
like it.
and he
So it's
played
not
better.
like
Yeah, yeah.
he was trying to implement something for both teams. It's like one team was coached, one team wasn't. And the one that wasn't coached played better. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he wasted the whole preseason, brought in dead players, yeah. And then we're seeing this, bro. He can't survive
Yeah,
it, and he
yeah.
doesn't deserve to survive it either because he hasn't even
No.
made a good account of a good account of himself. At least if you go out, yeah, like Scott Parker, and you're like, you know what, I did everything I could do, like, and I didn't get backed and that. Cool, but this guy's going out like a punk, bro, because he's stubborn. Like he's doing this to
He
He's
is.
stubborn.
himself.
I agree
He
with
is
that.
very
Yeah,
stubborn,
yeah.
and that's where the concern is because his decision making was so good from when he got here up until the end of the season. You're like, okay, even though he made a few mistakes, it was few and far between. The way he dealt with all the off the field situations, the Maguire situation, the Ronaldo situation, etc. Rashford when he was late, Garnacho when he had issues. The fact that we won a trophy, got results, were resilient. He was getting the most out of players we don't rate. And he managed to turn it around after having a poor start to last season. You go, okay, let's kick on from there. But like you said, because he's made so many mistakes in a short amount of time, like even the thing that he did so well last season was substitutions. I've said it before, I say it again, that our subs scored the most amount of goals last season. So then the reason why he's getting booed for taking Højlund off, because we all know that's the wrong move. And let's say that is the case, Saeed. And let's say it is injury prevention and he can only play 70 minutes. Don't start him. You know what I'm saying? Keep him on the bench, bring him on at halftime to impact the game later on. And that's the issue. Like it is. It's bad. Like that was damning. The way we lost to Brighton was very damning. And the last thing that we had and we could hold on to was our home form. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm going into this game, even though I didn't think we'd look good and it wouldn't be a great
That's
performance.
true, you know.
And you know what I don't like?
Fortress,
You know what I
and
don't
we got
like
beat.
about the Højlund situation? It's like, if he's fit enough to start, yeah, then you don't need to take him off. I don't care, innit? Man can say doctor's
take him
orders,
off.
yeah? If he's not fit enough to play the whole game, bring him on.
Yeah, that's
You know,
exactly
like
what I
that.
just said.
Bring him
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
fam. Like, what's the point in starting him and then taking him off? That don't make no sense to me. It's either he's fit enough to play 90 or he's not. If a player's not fit enough to give me 90 minutes, I'm not starting them, bruv.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That don't even make no sense because as a manager, you have to make substitutions, yeah, in reaction to what's going on in front of you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? All of this,
and
like,
that's what he was
it
like-
was pre-planned and that. Forget all that, bro. Like, it wasn't a
Plans
game to
change.
take him off in.
Yeah. And the
No.
thing
Plans
is,
change
Not against
100%.
plans
Nothing.
change, and we've seen him do it. That's the thing is, Tanat, we know you are fully aware because we've seen your substitutes all last season impact matches. We've seen it with players who we deemed not good enough. Like I said, the reason why I'm holding on to, I'm not like Ten Hag out and saying it is the end, because one, we're only 5 games in and I need a bigger sample size, and 2, I seen him turn it around last season when there was no light at the end of the tunnel. After them first 2 games, I didn't think he could turn it around. I thought this manager's not gonna last the whole season. So because
Yeah.
I've seen you do this before,
They were saying 10 days, 7 days. They were
yeah,
saying.
yeah, it was 10, yeah,
Yeah.
10 days and all that. So I'm still giving you, because I've seen you do it before. All right, let's see you do it again. But is it looking bleak? Yes.
But I think it
And
was
the-
completely different. And that's why last season, yeah, when people were like, oh, yeah, like, what, 10 weeks, Eric, 10 weeks and that, I was like, nah, he's going to turn it around. This feels different. I said it already. This feels different.
Nah, it
this
does
feels
feel
like it's
different.
over. This feels like it's over. The players
does-
ain't playing for him,
My
bro.
thing is, yeah, you know, my thing is, yeah, it's the substitutions. Like for me, I know you don't rate Garnacho yet, but if you're gonna
No,
bring him on,
Garnacho
bring him on
deserved to
earlier.
come on a lot earlier, bro.
Bring him
Like,
on
earlier.
you could argue that he
No,
deserved to start the
Yeah,
game,
because
bro.
The thing is, we've seen Garnacho impact game after game, regardless to forget goals and assists. We're just talking like the FA Cup finals, a prime example. We were horrible that game. Everybody was terrible that game, pretty much. In particular, our attacking players. Garnacho came on
Yeah.
and actually impacted the game, and look, he
Bro,
almost
he
scored.
cooked-
He was
yeah,
the
he
only.
cooked
He was
Walker.
the only one who looked like doing anything. Like you know what Garnacho's good at off the bench. Whether we're winning, whether we're losing, whether we're drawing. Palestri's there as well. Why not change the system, bring them both on? One left, one right. And that's another concerning thing as well, is the diamond thing. And that's why I'm really interested to see how he sets up against Bayern Munich. Because to me, if Anthony's fit, he plays 4-2-3-1/4-3-3. So it's kind of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
your whole system is based on formation, is based
I
off
think
of
he kind of
Anthony being
waffled about
fit.
that diamond. I can't lie to you, man.
What did he say about
he
the
stumbled
diamond?
across. He said he was going to plan it to do it against another team. Was it Arsenal game? Was he saying he was planning to do something because of McTominay? But obviously McTominay got
See?
injured. Then he said,
Managers-
"I wasn't planning on to doing it."
Yeah, but you know
I
what it
can't lie
is?
to you.
Yeah, go
Managers
on.
lie. Managers
I
lie.
think it's bull. And the reason why I think it's bull, yeah, is because Brighton, everyone knows that Brighton used the width, innit? You know that they use the width.
Bro.
Matoma's one of their most dangerous players. And then when you look at Arsenal as well, they use the width with Martinelli and Saka. Why would you play a diamond against a team that's known to play with width, bruv? It makes no sense whatsoever, especially if the top 2 are not going to press. So what would be the point in playing a diamond against these? It makes no sense, innit? So to say that he was going to play against, if he played that against Arsenal, we would have got cooked. What is he even
Yeah.
talking about, bruv?
And I don't believe him, because that's what is more concerning, is if Anthony's fit and available. Well, he is actually fit, but he's not available because of leave of
Yeah, yeah.
absence. He don't play that diamond.
No.
That's a concern to me.
But that's
How
what I'm
many
saying
times
to
he
you, though.
played? That's a concern. It's like your whole team and attacking way. You change the whole formation and the whole system just because one man is missing, and it's not even one man who's performing. That's the crazy part. If
Yeah.
Anthony was bagging in goals and assists and you switch it up because he's not there, that I get. The whole conversation leading up over the international break was who's going to play on the right wing. Will it be Palestri? Will it be Sancho? Before obviously he's been banished from the first team. And then you switch it to a diamond. It's kind of like it's either Anthony on the right wing or nobody else. That's a concern. That's a super
Also-
concern for me.
But the thing is, though, he could have easily just changed the personnel and just put Palestri there. And then when you want to change it up in the second half, then go to a diamond. And then that would probably make more sense, bringing Rashford and Højlund, and you got a 2 up front, and then you go like that. That would make more sense. And listen, I'm not going to say it didn't work, because it worked for 20 minutes. But problem is, we don't play 20-minute games, do we? We play 100 minutes now.
And I wouldn't even say that it worked for 20 minutes. I would say that Brighton were just downloading the information in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That's all I would say. That's all I would say.
We were pressing well. We what do you call it? We were getting into the 50. But this is again, the bar's low, by the way. The bar is low. But we look like we were in their faces. You know what I mean? It looked like we were pressing them high up the pitch. Like there was something going on there. But then after 20 minutes, the players just, yeah, you know what? We don't really know what we're doing here. And then Rashford was pathetic the way he was trying to press, you know what I mean, leaving so many spaces for Eriksen. And Eriksen isn't that guy that's going to run and go and get that ball, but it's not. So that's why I thought it was a bit naive in that regards. But I look at it, I think Palestri was there, man. And you know what? I don't think anyone would have bat an eyelid if he started. Everyone would be like, you know what? Fair play. We're going for, and we're at home as well. Why are we looking at what they can do? We should be looking at what we can do. Like, use our weapons. You don't do that little stuff at home as well.
Yeah, but we can't play on the front foot, yeah? We can't play on the front foot, yeah, with this manager not knowing what he wants to do. This is the problem. And this is why I say that, bruv, he needs to be removed. And the reason why he needs to be removed, yeah, is because he doesn't even believe in what he's trying to do, bro. And then, on top of that, he don't have control. I said this already, yeah. Like, when you actually look at the situation, yeah, hindsight is always 20/20, yeah. But when you look at what happened with Ronaldo, you look at what happened with David De Gea, you look at what's happened with Sancho, bro. Within 12 months, yeah, he's shown us that he's not in control of what's going on at this football club, bro. He's not in control, bro. And even the Harry Maguire thing. If you don't want Maguire at the club, why is he still here? Now, why is he still here?
The wages the issue, innit?
Yeah, bro, it doesn't matter, bro. Like, bruv, you see Pep here, when he didn't want Cancelo, we got rid of, man, bro. Yeah. It's not a thing where it's like wages. Nah, bro, get out. You know, like that. That's what it was. It was, I don't want you here, dick.
You should have put him in reserves. That's why I was.
Even Arsenal put Pepe in the reserves, blood. You know, like that. It's like, bro, if you do, bruv, listen, we don't want you here, so cool. Man are going to banish you from the squad, but Ten Hag just sitting on the fence. You know, like that. Why don't you just put Harry Maguire in the reserves? He would have left, bro.
And again, that comes back to what I said initially about the issues. I like the way he dealt with the De Gea, the Maguire, the Ronaldo situation, and the Maguire one in terms of stripping him of the captaincy. But yeah, he should have been moved on, and that's what it. And when I can't
look at the Sancho thing and look at the Maguire thing.
Yeah, the Sancho thing. I thought that's his first mistake. He should have never said what he said publicly. I stand on that, and will still stand on that. And always, I don't think managers should ever criticize players publicly. I don't think you should ever do that, because I don't think it ever works.
And if you're gonna do that, keep the same energy for everyone. Like, why don't you come out and say, listen, Harry Maguire knows he's not in my plans. You know, like that. I've told him he can leave. You never done that. Oh, Harry Maguire is a great player. This, that, and the other. Nah, bro. Listen, if you don't want him at the club, stand on that 10 toes and make sure he leaves, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? But you ain't in control, lad.
No, but also this idea that, you know, training for me though, but then you got certain man that don't want 22 touches with the ball, McTominay. Yo, bro, you can train all you want, mate. But if you're on the football pitch and you're a midfielder and you have 22 touches on the ball, are you having me on? Come on, man. Like, you can be the best trainer when it's off the, you know what I mean? But when it's on the football pitch and you're not performing, bro, that counts for nothing. But yet he stayed on. I don't know. I think he stayed on the longest as well, you know. He came off when, I think certain other man came off, like Lisandro and them man came off at the end. He came off at the end, bro, when there was 4 minutes to go. But yet still, we're talking about training. I'm sorry, man. This is where, for me, it gets a bit inconsistent. I just don't get it, because you could be the best trainer off the pitch, but when you're on the football pitch, you don't do nothing, bro. Like, this is why people get up to me. I get Casimiro's not on form, yeah, but you see, at least he's trying to do something. At least trying to break up play. But then you got McTominay just hiding there, doing nothing. Come on, man.
But we know Scotty's that guy.
We know he's not good enough. That's the thing that it is. And people get two things confused with training as well, because you can put in all the effort you want in training, because that's what he said about Sancho. It was an effort situation, but still not be talented enough. I don't doubt that McTominay puts in the effort in training.
Yeah, but where's Rashford's effort, blood? We know on the pitch when he's walking around.
Yeah, that's terrible. You know what I'm saying? And that's on the manager. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, Rashford, again, you're not pressing and things.
You won't say nothing to him because he'll score a goal, man. That's what happens, isn't it, man? He'll score a goal and he'll have his credit in the back, man. But his off
That's
the
a good
ball
manager.
movement has been poor, man, throughout his tenure at United. I'll be real with you, like since back in the day, I've been calling Rashford's off the ball work. I'm like, bro, that for me is shambolic, man. He was the reason why the first goal happened because he didn't close the space. Okay, the defense, yeah, they have every right to defend better. Yeah, we know that. But the way Pascal Gross, yeah, just was allowed to just, you know what, I'm gonna pass that ball on the right hand side, and then Veltman just ran on, and then they just do. We didn't close the spaces well down. Everyone's walking. Watch the third goal. I'm not even kidding you. I watched it yesterday, and I was like. I've said it about Man United, Ten Hag's team. The most damning thing about Ten Hag's team, yeah, which I'm very, very concerned at, is how easy it is to play, bro. It's like, bro, man are just not there. They're like invisible.
And it's not even
See
play
how they're
around them.
flipping
It's
around?
easy to play through them.
Well, there you go.
It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. Man
How
can't tell me
easy?
that's not coaching, blood. Like, bro, like it's all easy to say, oh, the players aren't listening, but why aren't they listening? You know, like
That's
that.
a-
Why aren't they
that's a
listening?
new- when
If you're
everyone's
saying that the
performing
players
poor,
aren't listening, then why are they not listening? Do you know what I mean? Either way, it falls down on you, bro. Do you know what I mean? Because the difference between a good teacher and a bad teacher is not the information, bro. It's not the information, because two teachers can give the same information, but if one class picks it up and one doesn't, it's on the teacher, bro. It ain't the information.
Yeah, 100%.
Every
You have
time
to
we lose,
simplify
he
it.
always
You have to
says, oh, the
simplify it.
players didn't do
Yeah.
what we asked them to do. Isn't it
Yeah.
your job to get them to do that?
Yeah, it is. It is your
No,
job.
100%.
When all the players are underperforming, you have to look at the manager. Yes, players are, of course, to be held accountable. But like you said, with the teacher situation, if all the kids in the class are underperforming, they look at the teacher, and it
course.
is damning. Like I said, I need to see more games than the Brighton game, but it did look bad because Brighton weren't even at their best and won the game. In particular, the second half. That's the half I'm looking at and go, that's like the players not playing for the manager. But it's going to be interesting to see how he sets up against Bayern, who he picks, how we try and play, and also against Burnley on the Saturday as well. Not confident, Saeed. I see you smiling there. Not confident.
But you know what it is though, and this is the thing. Like, you know, we're talking about Hoyland's injury before, but Wan-Bissaka came on for 5 minutes, and now he's out for 2 months.
That's crazy.
So he was ill. He was ill, yeah, but now he's out for 2 months. It's crazy.
out for 2 months?
This idea, Wan-Bissaka.
What do you mean? Why is he out for 2
What,
months?
did you not hear it? Did you not hear the news just before? Basically, Wan-Bissaka's out for 2 months for hamstring injury.
Yeah, up to 2 months. Yeah.
So what? He
He
came off
came
the
on.
bench and he injured himself.
Yep.
I don't know
what
what
the
happened,
report
bro.
said.
That's
That's
what I'm
what the
saying.
report
Like,
said.
bro, man was ill. Apparently, he was ill, and then he came off the pitch, bro. And I don't know what this guy did in them 5 minutes. I don't know if he didn't warm up, but bro,
Probably
man's
that.
out for. You know what I mean, that's what I'm saying. So I'm like, what's going on here, man? Like, bro, I don't know, man. I look at it and I'm just like, I think for me, what's scary about Man United at the minute is that we're 17 months into his reign, I think it is. And I feel like for me, we've regressed, man. And as much as I still back Ten Hag, I have to be open and honest, man. The football isn't better. The football, I was looking at more this season. I said, you know what, guys, yeah, the football has to be better. Yes, we got third and we got a trophy, yeah. But as a football club, I want to see what we're known for. What's our identity? If it's a counter press, let's be a team that presses well. If it's a transition, let's be a team that has a better transition than any team in the Premier League. But you know what, man, I don't see that. I don't even see the basics of what the manager's doing. And that for me is the most damning thing of the Ten Hag reign this season. And last season I gave it a slide because I was like, you know what, third and a trophy. You can't really go too mad about that. You can't. Even if you were super critical, you can't. It was the first season. But the next season, yeah, and I don't care about injuries, by the way. A lot of people say to me, injuries, bro, Brighton had 6 man out. And they had Dahoud, who was a free transfer. They had Lallana. But you know what? You could see what they were doing. You could see what their identity and their shape was. You know what I mean? They were getting cold. They were cold at the start. And when they warmed up, bro, it was too hot. And then man was singing, we're just too good for you. Bro, them man said, give us the ball back. Bro, that's embarrassing. I'm hearing that at the stadium. We're just too good for you and give us the ball back. Because they know when a football team is. And for us right now, I don't think we're a football team. We rely on moments. Similar to Ollie, if I'm being honest with you. And we're waiting for the better players to perform. But again, obviously, that I'm not saying I don't disagree with you. But the thing for me is, though, yes, we could get Amrabat in, we could get Mason Mount in, and etc. etc. But I just think, you know what? There's a lot to sort out too soon, man. Them, you know. For this to kind of develop, you need it to be done in pre-season. It needs to be done in the training ground. It needs to be consistent as well. We see it at home last season, but we didn't see it away from home. But this season, our home
One second, he's frozen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
frozen.
he's
form's gone out the
He'll be
window
back.
now because,
There it is.
like you said,
Yo,
so
Saeed,
now
you broke, run
Wolves
that
should have
back.
beat us.
Yo,
Not
you
even
broke up,
Forest
run
should
that
have
back.
probably. Can you hear me? But like I
Yeah,
said
yeah.
to you, our home form. Can you hear me now? Yeah,
Yeah,
our
yeah,
home
yeah.
form is what gave us good stead last season. But now we haven't got that home form to play with now, and you could probably argue, yeah, the first game we should have lost.
We should have.
I'll be real with you. Nottingham Forest, when you actually deep it, yeah, we were hanging on for the last 10 minutes. Do you remember that game? We were
Yeah.
hanging on for some
Yes,
weird
I remember,
reason.
fam,
Then
because we didn't keep the ball
Tottenham,
well.
yeah, Tottenham, you could argue, like I said to you, we lost that one. Arsenal, listen, we overgassed it a little bit. End of the day, we played well, but it weren't
No,
good
we
enough
did.
still. And
No,
still,
no,
that's the
no,
bar's low.
To be fair, the Arsenal performance, that's the one performance this season I ain't mad at.
Well, that
bruv.
shows you.
I'm not
No,
mad
I know
at
100%.
that.
I'm not saying I'm not bad of it, but I'm saying like it's almost as if we knocked on their door, but we didn't really kind of show them what we're truly about in it. And they were poor on that day, but they still found a way to win. And then today, honestly, Brighton, we were convincingly beat, bro. I don't care what anybody says here. We had chances in the first half, but when you look at the manner of the game, they were always in control, man. Every single turnover they had, every single time they could manipulate the play, they did it. With us, yeah, it's a lot of play it into Rashford, play it into Bruno, and then we'll see what happens over there.
Yeah, but the
We-
manager chose
control.
these guys, bro. The manager chose these guys as the talisman for the club, and he needs to die on his sword for that alone, bruv. Like he needs
And
to, he needs to be removed for that alone. I said it as soon as he gave Bruno the
That's the question,
armband.
though.
He needs to be removed, blood. I don't care, bro. It shows poor judgment on his part. The manager's made loads of terrible decisions. You brought in Ericsson. You still haven't played Ericsson in the number 10, bro. He's better than Bruno there. You're not playing him there. Also, we ain't got legs to play this transition football. So why did you bring him in for transition ball? Why did you bring in Anthony for transition ball? Why did you spend that money on Mason Mount? Why did you do these things? Why didn't you go and get another centre back? Why didn't you force Harry Maguire out so we could get another centre back? There's so many things, yeah. There's so many things that he didn't do. He's so indecisive, bro. They can say, oh, he wasn't backed, bro. He was backed. Because when you look at all the players that he's brought in, he knew them. These are his players. These are not club signings, bro. It would have been completely different. It would have been completely different. Like under Van Gaal, when he was saying, yeah, he had a list of like 3-4 players and he got his third choice sometimes and stuff. Bro, these are all players he's played with or he's seen play or he's wanted. Even Malacia, he wanted to sign Malacia for Ajax, bruv. Like, these signings are signings that he was completely backed on, bro. We went over the odds for Anthony because he wanted Anthony. We went over the odds for Mason Mount because he wanted Mason Mount. These are signings he wanted. So he gets no leeway from me. None. Do you know what I mean? The first season of football is for you to kind of establish a way of playing and build a foundation. And then the second season is to kick on. He's taken us backwards with spending money, getting rid of players he never needed to get rid of. If you told me we were going to bring in Mason Mount, yeah, or keep Sabitzer, I'm keeping Sabitzer, bro. Bro, you got rid of Sabitzer and Fred, bro.
No, but
And you brought in Mason Mount.
No, but I hear
Crazy.
you, but then do we not need to have a manager who then has his own philosophy and has his own kind of group of players though?
But he's not using his philosophy, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, 100%. I agree. That's why I agree with.
The thing
I
is,
agree
though,
with that.
I don't even know what it is because people have said, "Oh, he's playing transition ball or we're playing counter."
It's not transition football, man.
I don't see.
I
That's
don't see
exactly
that.
what. That's
I don't
exactly
see
what I
that.
was gonna say, Saeed, because I seen one of the comments and people were like, "Oh, he's playing pragmatic." When you're one thing, when you're pragmatic is you're organized and tough to beat. And we was that last season. This season, for whatever reason, actually I know the reasons. It's because Martinez and Casimiro are not playing. They're off form, and Varane's not there. That's what it is. And we was like that very much last season because he's not spent well in this window so far. Amrabat not being in yet, Hoyland. We still relying on the same players to play well. That's what it was last season when Varane, Martinez, Casemiro, and Rashford were unavailable or not playing well. We struggled. What's been the conversation since the Brighton game already? how bad Rashford was. If Rashford plays well in that game and makes the correct decisions, we probably win that game.
Probably win it, yeah.
Then that's waiting for the lottery.
No,
That ain't gonna
no,
happen.
no. It's not a question of waiting for a lot. That's not the point I'm making, though, Saeed. The point that I'm making is we're still relying on the same guys. We're relying on the same four players to perform well. If Casimiro and Martinez continue their form from last season and are playing well, we probably don't lose these games and look like this. But when they don't play well, we struggle because we don't have much outside of that four.
And why did we buy Onana, by the way? Why did we buy Onana, by the way? Can anyone tell me why we bought Onana? Nah,
listen,
be real with you,
he brought him because he's good at playing out from the back. That's why he brought him, but we can't play out from the back anyway.
I've not seen anything like that, bro. I'm telling you now, we're facing more shots than we faced against what do you call it?
But that's because Ten Hag, the genius, decided to go away from the double pivot, and go for this man-for-man midfield, where we're trying to press people and win the ball, and we're getting cut through, blood. Our midfield, or lack of midfield, is the reason why we're facing more shots. Because the goalkeeper's not responsible for facing more shots. The goalkeeper is the last line of defense, bro. Like, the reason why he's facing more shots is because as a team, we are easier to play against than we were last season, bro. And that's on the manager. That ain't on the goalkeeper.
That's on the manager.
No, I'm not saying that.
Go on.
Yeah, go on, Flores.
No, I was just gonna say the one game where we actually looked like solid and tough to beat and defend and weren't facing loads of shots was when we played the best team in Arsenal. I look at it. He reverted back to last season. It was the same formation that we played last season with pretty much the same back four, the same midfield trio, and pretty much the same front three as well. And even though it wasn't good going forward because we know what we lack going forward from a defensive standpoint, we didn't look too bad. How we play in Arsenal, who are one of the best teams away from home, and looking half decent and actually putting in a solid performance, but we play Wolves at home, we play Brighton at home and get cut open. What's going on? How do we look the best against the worst side? Make that make sense there. That is on the manager. And I don't think Ten Hag is being pragmatic, people. I disagree with that. I don't think Ten Hag is being because pragmatic you are, tough to beat, you're well organized, you're well structured. Yeah. We are not that.
That's another thing as well,
This is the biggest issue I have with Ten Hag. I don't see the vision. I don't see, whether I agree or disagree with the vision is not the conversation. I don't see what he's trying to do currently. That can change, people. All it takes is 3-4 games, but I don't see
that can change if he stop being stubborn. The thing is, I think his job, he will sack himself. I don't think it's down to calling the manager out. He will sack himself because I think for me, his stubbornness will get him there. The fact that, again, for me, it's clear as daylight. When people cannot argue with you. Ten Hag has favourites. And Ten Hag is stubborn. So everyone can all agree on that one. So for me, if he doesn't change that and logically sees, right, that player should come off, that player should play there, we should play like this, and that is on him. And this is where, for me, I'm giving him that time to rectify it. For me, it's easy to call a manager out, but a manager still has to have time to struggle. And when he struggles and he understands, you know what, I got it wrong, then rectify it. Everyone can be like, you know what, fair play to him. He's understood that, and he's not been stubborn, and he's not been ignorant. That is where I'm looking for the manager now to say, right, because everyone's going to think right now, take out Casimiro, you bring Amrabat in, we'll get another midfield. I think it's the same. Because at the end of the day, we're getting outnumbered in midfield. One player is defending for that whole transition. All of a sudden, the defense, we're cutting wide open. How does that happen? You need protection. You need some plan, man.
But all of that is on the manager, bro. Like, he knows Eriksen ain't got legs. So like, why are we playing like that? Like, it doesn't make no sense,
that's what I'm saying.
Saeed, I'm with you on that. I am giving him time. That's why I'm not saying here, even though I'm being critical of the manager, that's why I'm not sat here saying, get him out, move him on. I'm going to give him
ample very chance critical.
And rightfully so. I'm giving him ample chance to turn it around. Like, okay, let's see what you can do. That's why I'm very interested. Obviously, you want a great result against Bayern, but I'm interested to see how he sets up. What's the personnel?
Yes.
What is the plan? Same with the Burnley game. Same with the next Champions League game, which I believe is Galatasaray at home. Same as well when we go back into the League Cup. Like, what do you do? Like, it already feels like you're under the microscope because you're Manchester United manager anyway, but it already feels like, you are walking the rope. So, man, we go see. And all it takes is a few good, if we draw and put in a good performance, I'm like, okay. And there's an actual plan, a way at Bayern, then I look at it and go, okay, you're learning. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to rectify your mistake. Just don't go and do the same thing. I need to see a plan. Even if the plan don't work, I need to see a clear plan. Like, this is what we're doing. And that's the
But
biggest
you know what the
thing, 'cause I
problem
don't
is,
know what
though?
I'm doing.
So many players are out of form, man. It's quite staggering, man.
I
Obviously,
don't
the
think
keeper's
they're out of
coming is
form,
just...
Saeed. I just think that they're
No, no, they
uncomfortable
are.
with what
They
they're
are.
being
Trust
asked
me.
to do.
You tell me how many players are on form. You tell
Who
me
do
how many players are on form.
I don't even think.
No, let him finish. Tell me one player's on form.
Go on, then. Go on.
Bro, you're overestimating this form thing, Saeed, bro. Like,
No,
how
no,
can
no.
you,
I'm telling you, there's
bro?
no
No, bruv,
players that are on
listen, no,
form.
no,
No
no. Hey,
players playing well.
let me land, bro. You're talking
Go
about
on,
off
land
form and
then.
on form, yeah. If the whole team's playing badly, yeah, how can you tell if a player's on form or not, bruv? You know that, like,
No,
you
but the thing
can't
is,
tell. Like
no, but I
players,
get
you
that. But I
usually
get that.
you
No
tell
players playing
players are
well.
on form, yeah, when the team's playing well, and you see who's doing what, bro. Like, forget form, blood. It's not form,
Nah,
blood, because form, yeah,
it
is
is.
temporary, bro. We're looking
I get
crap
that.
every
But
game, so
he
man
said,
can't talk
how
about
can he turn it
form, blood.
around? No, 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 no,
He's
no.
not
The question
turning
wasn't that.
nothing around,
No,
bruv.
no, no. But this is what I'm saying. You're not understanding what I'm trying to say. Flawless said, "Yeah, I need to see a plan." And I said to him, and I think he said, "Oh, he has to turn it around." But I said he hasn't got the players to do that right now because most of them are not playing the way we're supposed to be playing.
Yeah, but
Casemiro
that's
is
not
playing
on
badly.
them, though. That's what I'm
Lisandro is
trying to say. It's not
no, but
on
I get
them,
it's not on
bro.
them, but also they're not playing at the required level as well.
I know, but you're
Lisandro
talking
Martinez,
but you're
whether you
talking
like it
about
or not.
form. It's hard to play
No,
at
but
the
I get that.
required
But when
level
you look
when
at a
everything
plan,
else ain't at the required level,
no,
bro.
but I understand that's a greater issue. I get it. It's a greater issue.
You can't
100%.
have
I
one
know
without
that.
the other
But it's
side.
no, no, but there is. Listen, when you look at the players that we've got right now and the defending that's going on, I get it. Structurally, we are poor. And I think that's a bigger, greater point. But I also think in the short term, because you said it there, Flawless, the short term, gather around the results. I'm not going to lie to you. Too many players right now, A, their heads are dropped, and B, they're not playing at the required standard. For me, I love Lisandro Martinez, but the way he's diving in now to these tackles, his head's dropped. I don't know what's going on with him. And again, I'll back into the Kai's mom.
Yeah,
Go on.
He's one who sorry to cut you off, that I agree with in terms of Martinez, where I can say he's in poor form. Casimiro, he's also in poor form. The rest of these players,
See, I don't agree that they're in poor form. I think that because they play in the spine of the team, yeah, they are being exposed more than everyone else. I don't think it's a form thing. I think they're being exposed because them man are there. They're literally our last lines of defense. Our number 6, yeah, and our centre back. Do you know what I mean? And because they're very aggressive players, yeah, and they're very proactive players, they're finding themselves having to run in and cover for other people and do these things. So they end up being the scapegoats. I don't think that they're in poor form. I think they're being exposed. That's what I think, bro. I don't think it's a form because Cass gets exposed while Bruno goes missing for the game.
Yeah.
I get that.
We know that they're not getting help. But even though it was better last season, we watched Casemiro and Martinez, even though they had more help last season.
But we played a different system last season, bro.
We played
completely different.
No, it was slightly different, but still, like, for instance, the first goal, that's not Casemiro getting exposed. He's just not tracked Welbeck. That's on him. You know what I'm saying? Lindelof should do better at the near post.
But this is where I don't agree, because I said that goal, yeah, that goal is very tough to criticize one player for the simple fact.
I wouldn't. That's why I said two.
Yeah.
Because if you look at it, yeah, Casemiro is recovering, yeah, and Welbeck cuts behind him, yeah, and makes a very intelligent run into the box. Yeah. As the number 6, you ain't meant to track the striker there. You're not. You're meant to just get back in position just in case the ball falls back. McTominay was coming across. He arguably could have seen the run, yeah, and come across. But then also you look at the centre-backs and say, yo, one of the centre-backs, if you're sensing danger, the ball's getting pulled back into the box. So you have to anticipate that the ball's going to get pulled back. None of the centre-backs anticipated that the ball's going to get pulled back. So you could argue, yeah, that there was a triangle of 3 players and nobody reacted to the danger. No one.
That's why I didn't blame one player. Like I say, Lindelof should have done better at the near post because he just dangled the leg out. He should do better. But to me, tracking runners is just basics. Like, yes, it was a smart run. I agree, it was a smart run from Welbeck. But Casemiro is more than intelligent enough and more than good enough, because I've seen him track runs.
He is, but as a number 6, it's not your job. It's not your job to track that runner, bro. It's not. And especially if you're defending zonally, like United have been defending, bro. As a number 6, you're just trying to get into the danger area.
No, you're
just
trying to
try
get
and
into
stop
the danger
something
area.
get cut back.
But I've seen Casemiro do that before, though. I've seen Casemiro. How many crosses and interceptions have we seen come across? And Casemiro's there. That's what, because the reason why I'm being critical of Casemiro on that, because I know you can do it. Is it all on him that he's not performing to a high level? Of course not, because you're getting little to no help.
I hear that, but
same
with my coach's hat on, yeah, all right, cool, yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Casemiro's tracking back, yeah, to get back into a good position. So if the ball gets cut back, imagine he follows Welbeck, yeah, into the box, and then the ball gets pulled back into the area he's supposed to be in, and then they score. Then he gets blamed for going with the
See
play.
that, and I think that would
So
be unfair.
either way, it's like you can't win, bro.
I think that would be unfair criticism, though. I will never criticize because it's not like Welbeck. If Welbeck was going into a space and Lindelof or Martinez was there and there was 2 man on 1 man, then I'd be like, okay, you shouldn't have trapped him. But if you try, I wouldn't criticize a central midfielder or a DM for tracking a run into the box for Welbeck. Because like I said, I've seen Casemiro so many times, whether it's along the ground, aerially, both left and right, cut out so many passes. Like I said, is it all on him that he's not performing?
No.
Enough? Same
It's
with
definitely
Martinez.
on him.
No, it's not all on him. But the reason why I'm holding him accountable, because I know the level you are at. Because even with a different system, I watched you last season play next to Eriksen, who we all know has his defensive deficiencies in terms of like, I watched you play with Bruno there as
But
well.
Eriksen
Of course,
played
Rafa
close
there as well.
to Casemiro last
Yeah, it's
season.
true.
Now
He
Casemiro's been isolated.
Bro,
Because these men are
isolated, man.
going forward.
He has
And then
been
on top of it,
isolated, and
because
that's where
Cass
the
isn't a
defending-
natural sitter, he still wants to get forward. And this is what the problem is. Because he's not a natural sitter and he wants to get forward, yeah. If he does get forward and then the play breaks down, then the midfield is wide open.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
see
yeah,
him
it's
making
wide
emergency challenges, bro. Do you know what I mean? Because
do that.
the balance of the midfield is not right. And that's on the manager. Because,
Yeah,
bro,
that is-
Casemiro's
Yeah.
never played as a lone 6 in his life. So why are you doing
So what
it
does he do now when Amrabat and Mount come in? Can we ask the question?
He has to
What's
play
gonna do when-
Amrabat. He has to
You
play Amrabat
next
as
to
the
Casemiro.
6.
You play Amrabat next to Casemiro. You play them in the
I
pivot.
think you play
just
Amrabat
revert-
next to Casemiro because he could do
You
that.
revert back
For
to
me,
type.
Amrabat is very, very good at ball carrying. He's very, very. One of his attributes here is to carry that ball. He's very,
Ball
very
carrying
pressed with
is
this
probably
thing.
his best attribute. However,
Yes. So we
if
can
you look
play
at
him
the
in that
balance of
6,
this
8
team,
kind of role.
nah, but in the
Yeah.
balance of this team, you've got to play him behind Casemiro because you need
100%.
you need
No, I
Amrabat
get
to be
that.
the one picking up the ball. He needs to be the guy that's
Yes,
picking up the
I
ball
agree
off
with
the
that as
centre
well.
backs and not Casemiro. So you need to
Yep.
release Cass as an 8. Cass is gonna drop back anyway, but let Cass do the box to box.
And
You
that's
let
cool.
you let Amrabat do the screening and picking up the ball and driving forward, and that's how you balance this midfield out. But the lack of balance in this
No.
midfield is 100% down to the manager and nobody else. Why did you
nah,
bring in
it's-
Mason
No,
Mount?
100%. He
Because
picks a
Mason
team.
Mount doesn't add anything
picks a
to this
team.
team that we didn't already had.
Hey.
It was like signing another Bruno, yeah, but with less goals and less assists, bro.
He's a
Do you know what
worse
I'm
version
saying?
of Bruno, and I
He
said
is.
all.
Bro, like
this.
the thing is, I don't think he's a
all summer
worse
long.
player than Bruno, but I think that they both don't offer anything,
They both
bro.
they do because they do the same thing. They both
do the same
spoilers.
job.
They're both off the ball. Like the big difference between them is the big difference between the two of them is Bruno has a rational confidence, whereas Mount don't. I mean, Mount does not have that. That's why Mount will go a game against Spurs and have 19 touches. How are you playing 70 to 80 minutes playing central midfield for Manchester United and you have 19 to 20 touches or whatever it was? Bruno will never
You know
have
what's
that
mad, though?
because he has a rational confidence. But yes, to me, you play Amrabat, Casemiro, Eriksen. That's the midfield trio you play. You know what I'm saying? And that's
You know,
what it
have you
is.
seen
And
that
yeah,
average
yeah,
possession this season? Have you seen that average possession is less than last season? 50%, around 50% possession. But the thing is, yeah, I'm not bothered about that because I know that manager ain't going to play possession-based football, yeah. But we need to see this transition football in full effect. We need to see the fact that we are counter-pressing. We are winning the ball but high up the pitch. We don't just let teams play through us. You know what I'm saying to you? We need to see that. If we're not going to play the possession football, at least let's see that rock and roll football from Jurgen Klopp then. Let's see that win that ball high up the pitch. Let me see that then. I seen Højlund doing that at the start. But then again, Rashford didn't run behind him and help him out. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't see what we're trying to do this season. And I thought for me this season we'd kick on. And it's kind of sad for me. And I don't buy into the injuries because I've seen Brighton play the same way with or without injuries.
But that's
you know,
because
so
they
this-
genuinely have a structure in place. This team
Well,
don't have
there
a
you go.
structure in place and it falls on the manager, bruv. Like, people just need to be honest. Do you know what I mean? It's not about injuries, bruv. It's not about any of these
No.
other things. These players don't know whether they're coming or going, bruv. And it's on the manager. He's had 2 pre-seasons. He's had 2 summer windows. And what has he done here, bro? He's made us worse, blood. Last season, he got away with it because he had less input, bro. Like, the players were kind of doing their own thing to a certain degree, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they were doing. Now he's tried to implement something. It's not working. And the thing is, he tried to implement something at the start of last season. It didn't work either. And then he threw that in the bin, bro. Do you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
I get
And this
what-
was similar to Oli, yeah? Remember with Oli when we would come from behind as soon as basically he just
Yeah,
undid
yeah,
all he did, bro, and then we just won, bro. Like that's all it is with Ten Hag, bro. As soon as he stops coaching, we'll win games. That's what happened.
Because I don't. The biggest issue is because even at the start of last season when it didn't work and we got beaten them opening 2 games, I could see what he was trying to implement. Then you switched it up.
Yeah, and
I
it
can
wasn't
see what
working.
you're and I can see what you implemented last season. Again, the biggest issue I have this season is I don't know what you're trying to implement. I don't know what we play. That's why when people say, "Oh, we play pragmatic, we play counter-attacking," I don't see anything. I don't see an attempt at a style of play. I really don't.
That's the damn thing,
concerning. Yeah, that's concerning. I would love to be sit here and say, yeah, we play counter-attacking. Yes, we play transitional. Yes, we play possession-based. What do? What style are we? We're like a boxer with no style.
Yeah.
Like
We're
we just
terrible,
whatever
bro.
turns up on the day. Like it's just whatever happens on. Because I've seen us at times play more possession-based this season. I've seen us try hit on the counter. I've seen us play transition. It's a mix. I'm saying against Brighton for that first 20 minutes, yes, we kept the ball very well. I was surprised. But I don't think that was the manager's plan. And then it went to shit in particular excuse the language, in the second half.
Yeah,
And
but
it's
bro,
also
but this,
game
but this is
management's
the
getting
thing.
a bit bad as well. His
Bruv,
game
listen,
management, the way
substitutions
we
ain't
end
good.
games.
They're not coming at the right time. You're taking off the wrong players, playing the wrong formations. Why do you decide to play against Brighton in a diamond? That's a joke thing. Like why,
there.
bro? Because the thing is, because Anthony weren't there. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So play Garnacho then, or
Yeah,
play
yeah, yeah.
Pellistri.
Play
You know like
Pellistri,
that.
yeah.
Because good
Pellistri,
teams,
man.
what they do is, they have a system and then they just put different players in. That's all they do.
But we
And this
ended
is
the
why-
game with Bruno on the centre back, man. You know that we ended with the game with Bruno at centre back. That just shows you everything you need to know about what's going on. I get we have injuries. I get there's situations going on, but you still had Evans in there. You could have put on Evans if you wanted to. Maguire was there, but he was
Bro,
so
this guy
for him
is
rattled. He was rattled, man. He was rattled.
finished.
The
Bro,
comment
I mean,
it's
let me ask you a question,
over.
though.
The comment
It's over.
before
Let me
ask
this
you a question,
one,
Yeah.
he's the guy said it. He's at this moment, it looks like he's just winging it. That's
He
what
is
it looks
winging
like.
it.
Yeah, he is
He's
winging it.
He's
Winging
praying.
it.
He's praying, bro. Do you know
He's
what I mean?
winging
And Oli had them times where he did that, like he threw in someone and then he just stumbled across something. Like when he stumbled across the Fred thing and it just kind of it banged and then we got a new lease of life. Like this guy genuinely don't know what he's doing, yeah. And the thing about it is, yeah, the players know that he don't know what he's doing. Like especially players like Casimiro, yeah. You can't pull the wool over these man's eyes. They're too experienced for that. Do you know what I mean? And the same way he fell out with CR7, that's his guy, bruv. You know that whether you like it or not, that's his guy. And Varane as well. You think these world-class players that have played and won Champions Leagues aren't looking at this guy saying, yo, this guy is absolutely having one. Do you know what I mean? He's having one.
But let me ask you a
Like,
question,
bro, if
though,
I
man.
can see it, Cass can see it, these other men can see it. This guy, bro, he's not, bro, he doesn't have none of this under control, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
No, but you know what it
bro,
is, though, man?
actually mad.
Oh,
No, but
go on,
Rants,
ask
you
the
know what it is?
question,
I
fam.
think
I'll get
the
to
way
this.
you're, I think for me, the way you're, I think, a bit too harsh on Ten Hag is that he has to have time to re-evaluate what's going on.
I don't.
No,
I
but
don't
let me hear
agree.
me out, hear me out.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't agree, but I think for us fans here, I think we're being a bit too reactionary. We can call a manager out and say, you know what, he's doing this
you
and doing.
speak
But
for
to say he's been,
yourself.
no, I'm speaking
Don't
to you
speak
as
for
well.
me,
Rant,
Saeed.
no,
Don't
no,
speak
Rant,
for
I
me.
love
Because
this.
last season, last season when Ten Hag died at the beginning,
no.
I was the calmest, bro.
hold on.
I was the calmest person on planet Earth.
Don't
bro.
influence the
There
fan
was no
base.
one calmer. I was
Don't
calmer than the
influence the
manager.
chat.
I was calmer
No,
than the
but
manager.
No, but I think for me, yeah, I think you're influencing the fan base here. And guys in the
I
comments,
should be
people, we have
influencing
to-
them because I get things right, bro. Like, bro, literally, like,
Relax,
bro,
relax.
about time I influence these guys because, bro, I always call it first, yeah, and a lot of people want to sit on the fence. Jump off the fence, bro. Chill
It's
with
not-
me. I know what I want.
Because who gets it right at Old Trafford? You've seen Ole Gunnar Solskjaer come in. You've seen Mourinho, Van Gaal. How many more
Me,
managers
blood.
are going to be
Van
sacked
Gaal was
before
getting it
certain
right,
players?
blood. Van Gaal was getting it right, and we sacked him, bro.
Yeah, I hear that one. But how many times are we going to sack managers? Certain players have been here.
Keep
under
sacking them,
5,
bro.
6 managers.
Keep sacking them until we get it right.
What? And then where do you go? Rinse and repeat. The cycle never changes.
It doesn't need to,
You
bro.
sack
It don't
managers.
change. It don't change at Real
So
Madrid.
we're here
you know?
for good football. Is that how we're here? Just good football and that's it. Good football and vibes. Is that what
At
we're
the
here for?
beginning, yeah, absolutely.
But that's what I'm
Absolutely.
saying. So this is where you're wrong, Grads. You just want good football at the start. It's all glory, and then when
what I
it gets
want.
to the grind, yeah,
That's
then
what
you
I
want to
want.
be sacked.
No,
So
there's
how
no
does that
grind.
work then?
We've never had good football with this manager. At least give me that. bro.
So we're
Saeed, you have to
we're basically Wenger.
understand.
So you want to be another Wenger? You want another Wenger here then? That just
Bruv, you're
creates
going on that.
football.
One, you're going on that. Wenger didn't win trophies, yeah. And two,
No, but
yeah.
he did it towards his end.
Wenger was up
Did it towards his
against,
end.
yeah, bruv. Wenger was up against the Man United that was outspending him, that was doing all these things, bro. Like Wenger's situation, yeah, was unique. This is not a unique situation right now, blood. We're spending money. Arsenal are spending money now. Under Wenger, they weren't spending this money. You know what I mean? So let's not do the Wenger thing,
Nah,
bro.
man.
Do you know
But
what I
the thing
mean?
is,
Man are trying to
there's no
disrespect
end
Wenger,
point, man.
bro. Man are
No,
trying to
it's not
disrespect
disrespect
Wenger, bro.
But no, what I'm saying is, no. I didn't disrespect Wenger. I said Wenger was known for his good football, but it was kind of leading to nowhere. The title race was never there. They were
Because he
reaching
was
fourth
getting
every year.
outspent by Chelsea and Manchester United and he couldn't compete,
It's
bro. It's
also
not the
Arsenal
same
football club.
thing.
No. But at the time, it was who was it though? Really, Man City weren't the greatest. They were still starting up. He had a head start over Man City.
I
and them,
said
man.
he was getting... Bruv, I didn't even mention Man City.
Yeah,
I
who
said
else did you
Chelsea
mention
and Man United, bro.
So that's only two teams. He
Bruv,
had
only two
he-
teams
bro,
that
he
won
had
more Premier
Ozil.
League titles than
Ozil.
Arsenal.
Listen, he had Ozil, he had Alexis Sanchez. We're going on like he had scrubs at that team, bro.
Come on,
Come on, man.
broski.
They
Come
had
on,
good players, bro.
broski.
Come on, man. They had good players.
broski. Come
No,
on,
but it's
bros.
not about
Don't
that,
do
though, Rand.
this.
He had good players, though.
Don't
We're
disrespect
going on like
Arsene
he had
Wenger,
scrubs.
please.
No,
Don't
it's not
disrespect
about
Arsene
respecting
Wenger,
Arsene
please.
Wenger. It's not about
Bro,
that. What
bro,
I'm
he's
trying to
actually
say
a
is,
good coach,
there's no end
bruv.
game for you. You just want good football. That's all you
No,
want.
no.
You
I
have
want
to
good football
too.
and trophies, bro. And you can get them in
That's
real
fine.
life. You know what I hate about modern day football fans? You man think, yeah? You man think that man need to play dead football to win trophies and City just won a treble.
What's Deserby done? What's Deserby
City-
won in football? Do you want
Bruv,
Deserby?
why are man talking about the Zerbi? And why are you saying what's the Zerbi one, bro? Like, what does that mean?
No,
Do you know what I mean? Ten Hag's won trophies. He's not winning nothing with us substantial, bro. Look at this manager. He stinks, bro.
You're not understanding the pressure
He
that is
stinks.
involved in Man United.
Bro,
You
he
just- any
stinks.
manager
You're
come
talking
here-
about what has he won? This guy
No, but
stinks,
hold on,
bro.
hold on. You
This
just think
guy
any manager
is
come to Man United,
putrid, blood.
all
Oh
of a
my
sudden,
days.
changes, man. It won't happen, man. This establishment won't let it
Putrid.
happen. And for me, managers that come here, there's this kind of pressure, and certain managers can't deal with that, man. So we have to allow Ten Hag to
Pressure,
understand
yeah. All
what
right,
he's done
pressure. All
wrong.
right, cool. Well, then, if you're worried about pressure, go get a manager that's managed that Bayern Munich and won trophies. Go get a manager then.
Who do you want?
We
Who do you
can't
want?
talk about
Who
pressure,
do you want?
bro. Bruv, who's available now that's managed that Bayern Munich?
Flick.
What you want?
And
Nagelsmann?
he's won trophies.
Yeah, Flick's
Hansi Flick's won trophies. Go get him then. Then talk about pressure. What are you talking about?
Listen,
Bro?
you know what it is there? The thing
talking
is
about
there,
pressure.
you have to have a structure. You have to have a structure that enables you to win. Everything has to be cohesive. Everything, yeah?
Yeah,
And when you-
bro. Hey, bro, listen, Tottenham Hotspur, blood. You know them ones. Look at their owners. We want to talk about owners, yeah?
Yeah, but
Them man
it's
there,
fine.
bro, they
I
might
get
be the
it, I
only
get it.
club with a worse owners than us, blood.
They had 3 games win last season under how many Conte and how many other managers? The one before that, Nuno Espirito Santos had 3 games in a row.
Exactly. So they've proven that they've proven, yeah, that their owners are dead, blood. Their owners went from Nuno to Jose and then sacked Jose before a cup final, yeah.
Sacked Jose.
And then
Jose.
Conte. So when we're talking about bad owners, yeah, let's not forget what Tottenham
Yeah,
have
but
terrible
before
owners.
that. So who
And
did
they
they-
sold, bro,
Sacked,
and
you know?
they sold Harry Kane, yeah, and didn't bring in no world-class players, and they're better than us, bro. So when we're talking about owners, yeah, bruv, if you want, yeah, bad ownership, go no further than Tottenham Hotspur.
Man, come on, man.
And they got a better manager than us at the moment, bruv. And
We've both got bad.
listen.
Both Manchester United and
bruv,
Tottenham,
man
we
want to
both
blame
know
the
both have
owners,
bad
blood.
owners.
Listen, Tottenham's owners are horrendous, blood.
Cycle. But Flawless, you don't understand the cycle. They sacked every manager. How many managers did they sack? Poch, him, and they've done nothing.
Again, Saeed, that's why I'm not saying remove Ten Hag, get Ten Hag out. Because if we had played this first 5 games and looked exceptional and had won these first 5 games, I wouldn't be sat here saying we're gonna win it all, give him the keys. I need more than 5 games. Whether it's gone exceptionally well, whether it's gone absolutely terrible, or somewhere in the middle. I need more than 5 games to say so. Do I like what I'm seeing currently? No. Do I see the issues? Do I understand what Rants is saying and other people's concerns? Yes, because it's been bad. And it's been very bad, and we shouldn't have regressed in the manner in which we have. However, can he turn it around? Yes, I think he can. Will he is the biggest question. I don't know. But can he? Yeah, 'cause I watched him do it last season. I watched him do this. I watched him turn it around. And I thought there was no light at the end of the tunnel.
What Rance is doing, he's throwing the white towel in too quickly for me. I
But
think Rance.
listen, throwing it
It's
in. No,
Rance.
no, 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 no.
He's the first guy to shoot. We know him, man. He the first guy. He's
Bro.
like, yo, don't shoot no one.
He's-
Rants go shoot. You know what I'm saying? And that.
Baba shoot from the hip, blood. I'm telling you,
Rants
Rants
go shoot
Eastwood,
first.
blood. That's what I do.
You know, like in wrestling when you have like the stables and it's 5-on-5 and that, and then everyone's gearing up to get. He the first
So
guy
when
to
it-
throw a punch.
when it
That's
turns
Rants
it-
for you, man.
I told you so. So when it turns it around, I told you so. But now it's like
He's not turning nothing
You don't think
around.
it's turning it around? You don't think it's turning? You don't think it's turning
Okay.
it around? Which is
He ain't
fair. I
turning
think
nothing
he could.
around. He's lost this dressing room. He's lost it, bro. I'm telling you.
No. I don't think he's lost the dressing room.
He's
I don't think
lost
he's lost the dressing
it. It's gone,
room.
bruv.
Based on what? Based on what?
Based on life.
Based on what?
You know, like that. Based on life, Saeed. He's lost the dressing room. You know, like that, bro.
man, you're funny, man.
Listen,
You're funny.
bro. Listen, three of our most, and I don't even like these guys, but bro, think about it. Three of Man United's most senior players, yeah, have left this club under this manager, bro. And we've gotten worse, bro.
No,
whether you like it or not, yeah, there's hierarchies in football. You have to take in consideration. Yeah, David De Gea, I didn't like the guy. Do you know what I mean? But he would have had some sort of influence on this team because he's been here since Fergie, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Ronaldo didn't like the guy, but he would have had some sort of influence. And then he's
You
got his
agreed with
guys.
every decision, though, didn't you?
Bro, I agreed that they needed to go, absolutely. But remember, I'm not the manager, so I don't know how he managed it. I don't know how he dealt with it. Ronaldo said that he disrespected man, yeah, and he don't respect man and this, that, and the other. So how he dealt with Ronaldo, maybe Ronaldo's salty about it, and man in the change room don't like it either. Same thing goes with De Gea. 1 minute he had a contract, then he didn't have it. Maybe there's man in the dressing room that's like, yo, you done my guy dirty. Yeah. You know the ones there? Like, bro, like this is what happens, bro. This is what happens in football.
It's definitely potential, but I have no issues because someone said,
Bro, these men are walking, bro. I don't have no issues with them going, but I'm saying
Yeah.
the way he's dealing with man, yeah, is getting questioned, bro. Ronaldo's
that's a
questioned
concern
how we
because of
dealt
the
with him. Do you know what I mean? De Gea's questioning how man are dealing with him. Do you know what I mean? Man are definitely questioning how he dealt with Sancho. And Harry Maguire's still there, and you're coming out talking about how good this guy is and that, bro. He shouldn't be at the football club.
He shouldn't be at the football club. He's lying about Maguire, and we know that. We've heard him say, like, if you rated him that highly, you wouldn't have stripped him of the captaincy and have him as fifth choice centre back. Like, actions speak louder than words. We know that in regards to him, and he should have moved him on. With the De Gea and Ronaldo situation, they were always going to be salty about that. There's no good way to deal with that. With those two, with what they've won, their egos, etc. There's no way to tell Ronaldo that he's going to like and say, all right, I don't want you at this football club, or you're not going to start every game, etc. Same with De Gea. I'm fully on board with those. I've said it before, those two decisions.
Yeah, but
Those
bro,
two
what
players
you're
have to go.
saying, yeah, is logical, yeah, but that's not life flawless. You know the ones, life doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? If you piss off a man, yeah, whether you're in the right or wrong, yeah, you still piss man off. Do you get me? Do you understand? Bro, like, whether or not, there was, bro, you know, sometimes you have conversations with someone, you say, oh, you know what, there's no nice way to say this. There's no nice way to tell a man that you're not wanted no more.
Yeah. There is no.
However, what you can do is you can make sure that you got the dressing room on side. Do you know what I mean? Even there was a debate, yeah, on TalkSport as well between Martin Keown and some next brother, and they were talking about the Sancho situation. And one of the brothers said, and he made a lot of sense. And I think I don't know who this guy was, but I think he's like Scouse or something. And he said, listen, for a manager to come out here and make big calls like this, you have to be 100% certain, yeah, that you've got the dressing room on your side, and you kind of need to inform the dressing room. Like even me, yeah, at my club, yeah, when I was running the club, yeah, if I was making any big decisions, yeah, like for instance, if I was going to get rid of the manager or get rid of the players, I would sit down with my senior players and I'd say to them, yo, this is what I plan on doing. What are your thoughts? Not because I have to sit down with these guys, because I don't, because I own this. However, I'm sitting down with you, man, because I understand that there's a hierarchy, and I understand that the morale of the team is important. I can't just come in and start making these decisions to get rid of certain man and treat man a certain way, yeah, if it's not going to go down well with the other players. Do you understand? It's a domino effect. So whether or not Ronaldo deserved to play or not, and I don't believe he did deserve to play, but how you deal with man, yeah, and how you deal with the whole situation is going to affect how his guys deal with you. You know, like that. And that's what it is. And the same goes for De Gea, and the same goes for Sancho, and the same goes for Maguire, blood. There'll be man in the team thinking, bruv, why is Maguire still here, blood? I thought this guy was gone, blood. You know, I thought he was gone, blood. Why is man still here, blood? That even make no sense. Yeah. What do you mean he's not leaving? Do Do you know what I mean? What do you mean he wants to get paid off and that? Put him in the reserves then, bruv. Do you know what I mean? If you want to make a statement, do you know what I mean? Because Arsenal bought Pepe in the reserves and they paid money for Pepe, 70-something million. They put his ass in the reserves and said, bro, you're not welcome here. Do you know what I'm saying? So you can move. Why didn't we do that with Harry Maguire? Why didn't we do that with Harry Maguire? We didn't do that.
No,
And
but
then,
I think,
bro,
you know
the
what
man
it is,
scored an
though?
OG and then we're out here backing him and that. Bro, this manager,
Yeah, nah, listen.
this
No,
manager's
but you know what it is
spineless,
for me,
bro.
though? I think for me, though, what you got to realize is I think everything is just a smoke screen, isn't it? Like with the Maguire thing, with the Sancho, it's all a smoke screen because we've got big problems on the pitch. That's why for me, I didn't go. There was a lot of people that were bashing Sancho and saying this. I was like, bro, man, we got a season to play, man. Like, yo, we got a lot of games to go, you know? Like, there's a lot of situations on the football pitch I'm concerned about. So anything that happens between a manager and a player off the pitch, bro, like, I need to focus. We need to focus, bro. Because you see what happened today, and all of a sudden, the narrative changes after that Brighton loss. It's like, you know what? There's a lot of problems there, innit? Ten Hag's under pressure, innit? And
Yeah, but
everything
before
else
it
is
was just
smokescreen.
Sancho, blood. You know what I mean?
that's what
But
Sancho,
you see what I mean?
Sancho's so dead, yeah, that he's being linked with Barcelona. That's
But
how dead he is. You know them ones there. He's so dead. He's getting linked to a better team than us, innit? But he's the problem at this club, though. And this is the thing. Them man done all this media thing to try and make him look like a donut. And now
Yeah,
look at
that's
him.
the
He's
crazy.
laughing, bro.
But again, Saeed, that comes with the problems after the Brighton game is, you know what it's like, man, especially in the social media era. People are very reactionary to the loss. If we were to beat Brighton 3-1, it's everything's cool, everything's good, home form, etc. All of the issues we've spoken about after the Brighton loss were there before the Brighton loss. If you didn't really need to play Brighton and lose to Brighton for me to go, our midfield's an issue, you know. We don't really do well going forward, etc. Again, we scored 58 league goals last season with this attack. It was a problem last season. Creating was a problem last season. We played 5 league games and scored 6 league goals. What are we talking? Like, we knew these things. Defensively, we've not been good all season, pretty much by the Arsenal game. We were 2-0 down at home to Nottingham Forest inside 4 minutes. We are one of the worst travelling sides in the Premier League. I think they've got 2 wins in like their last 40, 50 games, whatever the case may be. And one of them was against the championship side now. So we know all of these issues and we know all of these things. This is not as that's just people doing too much and being reactionary and trying to and talking about prevention's better than cure. I don't think people realize that. Prevention is much, much better than cure. So like all these issues are still here. And here's the crazy part. If we go, somehow we manage to go away to Bayern and we win on Wednesday, what's it going to be? Everything's fine. Everything's not good. There's still issues. You can win and still have problems, same way you can lose and still look at the positives.
Facts.
It's
No,
not all
100%.
one or the other. And
Yeah,
like,
football's
that's
not
legit what it
linear
is.
like that. Life is not
Yes.
linear like that. Like, and even this comment, yeah, saying that Gabby, yeah, the only way the discipline stuff works is if he gets results and he ain't getting them. It's facts, bro. Do you know what I mean? And again, that comes down to man management, yeah. And you know what it is? Ten Hag's ego is going to be the death of him. That's what it's going to be because Ronaldo's got a massive ego, but the stubbornness comes from the ego because he thinks that he's bigger and better than he is. And ultimately, that's going to do him. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is, yeah, this discipline stuff, bro, it's overrated, fam. It's overrated in life, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, yeah, it's like anything. People perform better when they're happy.
Facts.
Period. This discipline thing, bro, these are not children, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? These men are not children. So when people talk about our discipline, bro, that's not how football works, innit? You got loads of different characters, and it's very difficult as a manager, I speak from experience, to deal with loads of different characters, bro. Loads of different characters. It don't matter what level you're at. People are people. You know, like that. People are people. Whether they got £100 in the bank or 100 million in the bank, yeah, people are still people, blood. People see these footballers and say, oh, they got loads of money and that, bro. On the day-to-day, that don't matter, bro, because money's their normal. Do you know what I'm saying? Money don't affect the way they interact with normal people on a day-to-day, bro. They don't. Do you know what I mean? If they go to the self-checkout at Tesco's, yeah, and the guy comes to help them because they got money, it's not going to change how they interact with people. It's just an interaction, bro. Do you know what I mean? So when they look at Sancho or you look at Ronaldo or these other guys, bro, like, they're normal people, blood.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, yeah, they're normal people and everyone's different. So because of that, as a manager, you have to take these things into consideration. This discipline and this, oh yeah, I'm going to come in and change everything and all of that, bruv. That don't work in normal life. That doesn't even work in a workplace, bro. Do you know what I mean? When I was working in the gym, yeah, like, I remember I was working in the gym. I'm at Pure Gym and I'm cheesing. I'm self-employed, so I don't really work for the gym. But then I remember when they came in and wanted to change all the rules and that. Man came in, yeah, a new manager came in, not the manager that hired me, trying to tell man you have to do this and you have to do that. You can't play your own music in class. You can't do this. I said, who's this guy, blood? Either we need to get him out or I'm leaving. You know them,
Tried
man.
to do. You
Bro, yeah, and we got rid of him. Bruv, listen, I'm teaching my classes. A man's telling me, oh, you can't play your own music now. You have to play from this playlist. And then we were like, listen, bro.
Capital FM, they want you to play Capital
Bro,
FM.
I said, I'm playing my own music. This is the reason why people come to my classes, to listen to my music.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
know
you
what
play
I'm
your
saying?
own music. Yeah, yeah.
Like, bro,
I
I show my individuality from everyone else by having my own music. Do you know what I'm saying? If we're all playing the same music, you can't distinguish between my class and next man's. I'm not doing that. So either I go or you go, bruv. And I stayed. You know, like that. And that's what it was, bro. Like, bro, I'm one of the vocal ones. I was chilling in the staff room. I was like, yo, this guy's a waste, man. So something's got to happen, innit? And it was one of them ones. And this is the situation that Ten Hag's in. Man want to come in and change everything too quickly. Man, I want to do that. Do you know what I mean? Like, what do you mean? Man, I want to do that. Do you know what I'm saying?
You know what it is though, man. I think for me though, this is why I don't really kind of not say I believe the training, but I think there's more to it than that. A, you can see the favoritism is there because certain men weren't coming off the football pitch, and B, if it is training, then certain men are not. They're training well in the training ground, but when it comes onto the football pitch, they're showing nothing. So this is where for me, I'm like, I'm confused, and I'm also like, you know what, man, you got to be fair, man. If you're not fair, then bro, I think that's when the fan base do have a lot to question for you. And also the players then start to say, hold on a minute, this guy was stinking up the place, bro. How am I not getting into the team? And we're not dealing with nobody's. Pelescu played for Uruguay, bro, under Bielsa. It's not as if he's playing under an opponent manager. And he was saying he's ready to start. And he was starting games for Uruguay that have Valverde and them man in their team. So this is not no mess about team, you know. So I just look at it, I'm like, bro, man, you got to adapt to your principles and figure it out as well. But you got to let go of the stubbornness. If them two things don't happen, then it's a long day for him. It really, really is. And I can't see a way back. Because I think now, even with Pochettino, I think he's going on a similar route as well, man, where he's being a bit stubborn in certain ideas and the fan base are not having it as well. When you see that, you can see something's right and you know it's right. And everyone else around you can see it's right. That's when you know, nah, man, come on, manager. You got to do something right, man.
Bro, you see this comment here? I told man about my guy Joao, yeah? Bro, they were on his neck. Man said he's washed. Like fake wonder boy. Man is cooking in
But they're
Barcelona.
looking good, by the way. Barcelona looking good.
Bro,
right
he's
now.
cooking in
I can't
Barca.
lie.
You know why? Because he's a bad man, bro. And if they ever get Jaden over there as well, he's gonna cook there as well, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Because the problem is this club,
Become a
bro.
Barca fan.
Nah, bro. Like I'm being real, blood. Like at the end of the day, when you put real ballers in real football teams, they play, blood. You know, like that, and that's just what it is.
And they play
bro.
good.
They're playing some good
play good
stuff,
football.
bro.
Yeah, they
Like,
play good
it's
football, man.
crazy.
A Barca in Europe.
Yeah, they did Champions League. Champions
yeah,
League.
of course.
All right, we're gonna be watching closely in Champions. I'm interested to see how they
Bro.
how they
Now they
do
got
the champs.
Cancelo now. They got like Yamal kid, bro.
Yeah,
they
we gonna
got
see,
some
man.
good players, man.
You gonna see?
They're cooking.
Man
They're
said there's
cooking.
no
But like I
context
said,
for
bro,
Ten Hag. Our club is dead. We deserve this. Players and fans lack composure. The players do lack composure, but he signed this profile of player. We aren't a proper football club. That's why we don't play good football. I said we are PMP and P moments, I guess. Yeah, bro, we are moments club. We have been.
Well,
that's why they
Moments
like Rashford, bro, because he's got loads of them knee sliding moments, bro. And that's just
Bro,
all it
listen,
is.
man.
We're
But,
not PMP.
bro, like he's hot garbage though.
And-
Like in the grand scheme of things, he's not good, bro. Like he's not good in it. Like, and it's one of them things where it's like when you look at this club, because there's no structure in place to actually identify players and play them off merit. What we do is you're forcing
was that
people.
Gary Neville quote real, by the way? That Gary Neville quote at the start, was that a real
What
quote?
saying the manager's got too much freedom and that to
Yeah,
sign
was that
players?
a real
I
quote?
hope so because I've been saying it.
Yeah, let me know in the chat because
And
I'm surprised he said that. If
And
he
that
said
is-
that, then that's
he
damning
said
as
that,
well.
That's crazy, but that is due to a lack of structure. Because there's no way the manager should be the sole person signing plays. He should be a part of a panel. There should be a group of people, 4, 5, 6, however many you need to deal with that. So like him,
It was real,
the
yeah?
head of recruitment,
Wow.
yeah, head of scouting. But what I don't get about that super chat is how come fans get blamed for the club not doing well? Because when the team's successful, we don't get the praise. That's not on us as fans. I think people think fans have
Bruv,
way
when the
too
club
much
is successful,
influence.
yeah, The manager
all get
gets
praise.
praise, and then when we play rubbish, you blame the owners, blood. You man are hypocrites.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
like that.
But I'm
I
just
give the
talking about
manager.
from-
Yeah, I know. I give the manager praise when
What
he
was
does
that?
well, and then he has to
Okay.
hold fire when he don't do well. This
No,
comment
he
is
needs
hilarious.
criticism. No, he needs
Yeah.
criticism. It is criticism.
Man
Yeah,
said
yeah.
Rants is promoting bad behavior. I absolutely am promoting bad behavior because that's how you get
Rants.
things done in life, bro.
It's Rants.
Do you know what I'm
You lot
saying?
acting like
Like,
you
bro,
don't
it
know
is
him.
what it is. He's saying
He's
Pep
him.
the manager is everything. You've got the best manager in world football. It's easy for you to say. What kind of moronic comment is that? Of course you're gonna back the manager. You got the best manager in the world. Where'd you go from Pep? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
What are you even talking about? Do you know what I mean? This comment don't even make sense, bruv. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I'm promoting bad behavior.
This would
I'm
never happen
promoting.
with
In life,
our
if you
player,
want
man.
something done, you got to get it done.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to understand human nature, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? You need to understand human nature. When people are happy, yeah, they perform better, period. It's got nothing to do with football. In a working environment, if you feel comfortable at work, you perform better. If you
Happy
feel
work,
uncomfortable at
productive
work, when your
work.
manager's trying to micromanage you, flawless, remember to do this. 15 minutes later, mate, you done it yet? Like, what's the ETA on that thing? Piss off, man. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? Leave me alone.
Let
Do you
me-
know what I
let
mean?
me
And
work.
this is what it is.
Let me do my work. Yeah. I get exactly what you're
Let me
saying.
land. Let me land.
But that's it. Let me land, bruv. He's like, Saeed, what's the ETA on that 12:15, mate? It's like, bruv, I told you I'd do it, man. Like, bro, man can't work like this. Do you understand what I'm saying? Man cannot work like this.
Nah, I hear that.
And this is the problem. Do you know what I'm saying? When we signed Sancho, they done the audio. They said, what's they said to him, what's your personality? Like what do you think you're bringing? He's just like, vibes, man, like vibes and that. Bro, he's vibes.
Yeah,
Let him
just-
vibes, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Just let man vibes, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? If I'm the gaffer, you can
Ten Hag
vibes,
robotic,
bruv.
man.
You can vibe. This guy, bro, man, I got this narcissistic manager, bro. Like, let man vibe, cuz. Not just him. Let everyone vibe. That's what I want to see, bro. There's no vibe in this team. It's stiff, bro. And we play like the manager. Stiff, bro. No personality. No
Very
nothing.
very
This
structured.
team is dead, bro. Because there's no personality, bro. You see Bolton under Sam Allardyce? Vibes, blood. That's what it was. What was the formation? I don't know.
It was
Who was playing where? I don't know.
Who was in
All
that
I-
team? Anelka. Who are them?
Bro,
man?
listen,
Anelka,
man had
Anelka,
Nolan,
Joe
Kevin
Everton,
Nolan, bruv.
Yeah, Campo.
Kevin
Nolan,
Nolan, bruv. Nolan
how
was
could that
playing as
team
some
even-
false midfielder, false striker thing, off next thing. Okocha was doing rainbow flicks on the left wing. Bro, it was vibes, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is what, bruv, we lack it, bro. And the thing is, yeah, you can have a vibes team with structure, bro. That's what Real Madrid are, bro. They're a vibes team with structure, bro. They got structure, but they're vibes, bruv. Like, that's
You know
what
what?
they are.
Though? Let me tell you something about Ancelotti, though. This is why, for me, if
He
Ten
lets
Hag
man
had
vibe.
to be sacked, you know what? He lets talent just go out there and play. Look at Bellingham.
Thank
Look at
you.
Vinicius Junior.
Thank you.
Them man, they play. They play their football. He doesn't stifle you, man. Like, a lot of people
yeah.
always, he's pragmatic. He's this. He can be, but you see what he does with his attack. You do what you got to do.
But then
That's what I'm saying.
Bro.
You gotta understand with Saeed as well. With Ancelotti, we are talking about one of the greatest managers of all time. I hear your
Nah, I
point.
hear you.
Don't get me
It's a
started,
principle,
right?
though.
But
Principle.
yeah, principle. Like in terms of going that, just pick a style and stick
Bro,
with it. That's
Liverpool's
all I
attack
need.
is 100% vibes. There's
yeah,
nothing
yeah. That's
structured
Klopp.
about that Liverpool
Yeah,
attack.
that's-
Bro,
that's
Klopp
Klopp.
is get the ball in the final third vibes, blood.
Yeah, do
you
your
man,
thing.
do your thing. That's exactly what Klopp's on, bro.
Yeah.
You know, that's exactly, it's pure vibes, bruv.
Yeah, that's
There's
what
nothing
Klopp's on.
really structured about Liverpool on the ball. Off the ball, yes. On the ball, there's no structure, bro.
He's just got attacking
There's
talent
none.
out there and lets them go and play. So I hear that because then you have Pep, who's the opposite, who is very structured with his attack, and is
But
like,
that's what
"Alright,
I'm
this is what
saying.
you do." So there's ways to do it. Just like I said, just pick a plan and run with it.
But
I just wanna
Pep
see
is
the
structured
vision.
with his attack, but he brings in a very, very specific profile of player for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas Klopp
Grealish
is just
is
like,
going,
nah,
man.
bro. Like,
Doku.
man, I got pace. You, man, just do your thing. You get me? Get the ball up there. You, man, just vibe. And that's what
Bro,
it is,
Doku,
bro.
man, he's
And the thing
looking
is-
good, man. That's
yeah,
what you
bro,
call a
Man United
winger,
got
man,
no
Doku.
vibe. Yeah, bro.
We don't, that's
Bro,
a valid
things.
point. We don't. That is a valid point. We don't have any vibes. There is no personality. That is
100%.
true.
And
But you know,
this
this
the
is why
thing,
for
there's
me,
none.
like, I could do with a nanny here, man. A little bit of nanny off the, you know what I mean, off the left and that, just do a little bit of something and then shoot. You know what I mean, bro? Like, even nanny in this team would cook, man. But again, I think for me, it's gone too robotic, too methodical. But then ultimately, it's also a bit too freestyling when when we're out of possession, bro, we're just so easy to play against, man. It's mad. Like I said it on my match reaction, bro. Like I've never seen a team where you just go through them and it's like everyone just walking around. It's like, yeah. And then you're 3v3 all of a sudden. We literally got the ball and it was probably against the run of play, but the way it was done, I'm like, nah, it isn't really against the run of play because it was so easy to do.
100%. This is a great super chat. Top managers need backing, not time, bro. You know, like that. And that's what it is, bro. And he's got the backing. And he hasn't earned the time.
He's had the backing, and yeah, he needs to. But the reason why he needs time in terms of to see what you're at. That's what it is. We just need to see the level of you're at and what you're doing and what's going on. Yeah, Anthony's just not good enough. Like we don't want vibes.
Listen, Anthony's more like, bruv, Anthony's looking like serial killer vibes, blood. That's not the vibes we were after, blood. Bro, that's not the vibes we were after, bro. That's not what I'm saying.
One girl dropped her case, you know. One girl dropped her case yesterday.
Yeah, that means she received the money. Respect
wait,
it.
how many people have? How many?
So now it's received the money.
There was 3 of them.
Received the money.
There's 3.
Yeah, but it's the same with Ronaldo. Ronaldo paid off a gal as well, blood. He did though. We know Ronaldo paid a gal off, bro. We know that these things happen, bro. Let's stop pretending. I'm not saying Ronaldo done it, but he paid. You know, like that. It's just what is it? He paid the money, bro. Do you know what I mean? Man said the P's landed, fam. Like it is what it is, bro. Like we know the game, man. This is real life, man.
Or it could be she lied. Or it could be she lied.
It could be that, money. Or it could be that he paid her the money. It could be that. Like we don't know, innit? Either way,
people. That's the key thing there.
Either way, we don't know. I would say the P's landed though. Still, you know them one. So it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean, bro? It don't matter. The point is, there's no vibes at United.
Bro, it don't matter, innit? It don't matter now, innit?
It don't matter, bro, because if he comes back, like he doesn't make us better. Like it's that, innit?
Bro, he starts. He goes back into that team.
He goes straight into the team, and then I bet you that diamond vanishes, blood. This diamond, this manager was planning to play, blood. This guy's a liar.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Again, that's a big concern. That it's all like, if it's Anthony, if it's not Anthony on the right wing, it's nobody. Like, yo, just play the formation that you've been playing, that you've actually had success with and got results with. What we doing? That's why I'm hoping he don't play this diamond away at Bayern. I hope that it's not that, and it was just a one-off. And you rectify it and go back to a 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3. Please.
You see?
Yeah, please.
And this is what I'm saying. Like, bro, man are saying Pep's laughing at my team and that. Like, bro, like, it's a sad time. Do you know what I mean? It's extremely sad, and this needs to change. It needs to change, and it's not going to change with this manager in charge, bro. It's just not in it. Like I said, bro, these are human beings, bro. Like, you can't change too many things, blood. You can't. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, even when Ronaldo came in, bruv, he tried to stop man from eating dessert and that. You can't be doing these things, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? Imagine man were complaining, saying that they were scared to eat dessert because Ronaldo was watching them and that. Like, come on, bro. That's what I mean. Human beings don't like change, and human beings don't like too much authority by nature. You know, like that. And that's why man management is very important, bro. It's very important. Like I said, bro. Like, look at my guy Cantona, bro. Like, they didn't do authority with Cantona. It was everyone's in a suit. Cantona's in jeans, blood. Like, do you understand what it is? What, do you think Cantona wasn't late, bruv? Do you know what I'm saying? It's one of them ones where, bro, like, all these, bro, like, even the fact that Rashford got benched for being late, that's foolishness. You know them ones that don't even make no sense, blood. Like, don't even make no sense. Why are you gonna bench man because he was late, bruv? Like, bro, he overslept. These things happen. What, you're gonna make an example of him, then he came off the bench and scored. Now you look like an idiot.
Nah, but that,
you know them ones there.
But then you couldn't
but it didn't work though. But it didn't work because you needed him off the bench because we weren't doing well. Then he scored, so now you look like an idiot. So it didn't work.
I agree.
It didn't work.
Not having principles.
It didn't work, bro.
Nah,
forget the principles
in life. Because his principles.
That's foolishness. Man said he was late by 30 seconds, yeah? Then he came off the bench and scored, so now you look like an idiot.
But that happens in football. He made it impact. The simple thing is, you have to have a principle.
Bruv, listen.
You're going too far, man.
Bro, man saying this work, bruv. You man are late for work, bruv, all the time. Stop lying, bruv. You know the ones there? You man are sitting in the toilet, yeah, longer than your lunch break, blood. All you man are late for work. Stop lying. You know what I hate about all these people, bro? Listen, Flawless. You know what I hate about all these people, yeah? They don't understand that football's a job, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, these men are always late for work. Bro, these men are probably late for work every day, blood. Them man probably take an extra 10 minutes on their lunch break.
Facts.
Do you know what I mean? They do all these things. Them man go out for cigarette breaks. They go out for coffee breaks. Them man
them
are over
cigarette
at their
breaks,
brethren's
yo.
desk chatting when they should be working. They're doing
Working,
all
yeah.
these things.
Yes.
And then they say rants. Like, it's work. You got to be on time. Shut up, man. You man are always, bruv. If you're at work for 8 hours, you probably work for like 4 of those hours.
hold on a
bruv.
minute.
And you're on
You
your
wait,
phone.
before you go.
Trading.
You man are on
Hey.
Facebook. You man are on Instagram. And you know how I know you man are on Instagram? Because, bro, some of you man are watching me at work right now.
Yeah, facts. Shout
What
out
you
to
talking
lot, innit?
about?
Hey, get paid.
You know
to
what
do
was
that,
it, bro?
people.
Bro,
Hey,
put,
do
yo,
your-
put,
them.
bro,
Shout out
put a
first of
thumbs
all.
up right now in the chat if
Do
you're
you-
watching me at work now, bro.
everybody, do
Prove
your-
my point. If you're at
everybody.
work right now, put a thumbs up in the chat, bro.
Do what you can.
You
to
know,
get
like
away
that, bro.
with it.
What's man
100%.
talking
I-
about?
No, and I'm with that.
See,
Two things,
man's
no,
at work. At work,
facts.
keep going, bruv.
No, it's facts. It's facts.
At
it's right.
work,
I'm-
at uni, at work.
100%.
What are we
Yes.
talking about?
No, I'm with that. Like, don't get it
At work,
mistaken.
at work, bro.
That's right. Like,
So
100%,
what?
You lot get paid like 110%. You're right when you're
Oh,
talking
man,
about
at
like,
work. I don't care
Wait.
how much he gets paid. He's at work, bruv.
No. When I'm saying no, I'm telling people yes, get paid to watch us is what I'm saying. Like, do your thing.
But
I'm
that's
saying,
what I'm
get your bread
saying.
for as least of. That's the point that I made. I used to do that. I was the king of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I was the king.
But that's
of that.
why these
I was
same
always
people then
late.
saying,
You know
"Oh,
what
but
I'm saying?
Rashford was 30 seconds late for work. Bench him." What?
No,
So what?
but
You
you
man
just-
all getting
no,
sacked now?
No. But when you are late, you should get punished. Because I was punished when I was late. 110%.
Bro,
That's right.
nah.
You should be punished. 100% you should.
Nah.
That's
Let me ask you a question
that
then,
I'm
right?
cool with.
Nah.
If
That I'm
someone's
cool with.
late for your training, someone's late for your training and you set an example of that person saying, right, you've been late for training, you then don't probably start, or you then have some sort of disciplinary issue. You don't set a standard in your own football team. Is that what you're trying to say?
Bro, there's different ways of setting standards. Like, even in a football team, yeah, we have a fines list. And guess who creates the fines list? The players, not me. You know why? Because the players are always
Yep.
the most important at the club, not me. It doesn't matter what my standards are to a certain point. If the players aren't on board with my standards, yeah, then I get sacked. You know them. That's what happens as the manager. That's why managers not meant to. You let the players police themselves. The problem is when you try and police players, yeah, and the players aren't on board, you always will be the loser.
But Rashford had no issue with that and was on board with that.
But
They
he
didn't
has
have
to
no
say
problem with
that. But he has to say that. But he's
No,
walking
but
on the
You have to say
pitch.
that because there's a
Yeah,
hierarchy.
but he's
There's
but
a hierarchy. That's why.
He's not walking on the pitch because he came off the
No,
bench. and scored in that
but what
game.
I'm saying is you don't know that, bro. What I'm saying is just because Rashford came out and said, yo, I'm okay with what the manager done, yeah? That don't
No.
mean that he's okay because he's walking on the pitch. So maybe
No,
he's
but
voting with his
not
feet,
okay.
blood.
No, I'm talking about
I mean,
no. I'm talking about his performance in particular in that game when he was.
No,
like,
no,
if he
but
was
forget
walking
that
around
game.
in
I'm talking
would
in
he-
general, bro. In general, that Bray is not playing like a player that's happy, bruv. He's walking around.
I don't
he's
think
not
anyone's
playing-
happy currently. I don't think.
Well
anyone's happy.
then,
I don't
this
think
is my
anyone's happy
point.
currently.
So what I'm saying is
But
when
I
you
don't
try and
think
do this authority thing, yeah, and the players are not buying in, ultimately, you lose as the manager.
I
This
hear
is
the
what I'm
authority
saying,
thing.
bro.
I'm just saying.
That's because of results.
I'm-
That's because of results, not
I'm just
because
saying-
of certain principles not working. It's
If
because
you're-
of
if you're-
results, really.
If you're late, that's on you. Don't be late. I hear everything else in terms of micromanaging. I hear all that. But if you're late, don't be late. If you're late and you get punished, that's on you.
Yeah, but
That's your fault.
bro, literally, you man are actually you are actually proving my point. Do you know what I mean? My point is, yeah, more than anything, it's not about whether he was late or not. It's about, yeah, who chooses. Do you know what I'm saying? Who chooses what? Do you know what I'm saying? What's this? Kyle Walker said, Man City don't do fines. If it's arriving 10 minutes late for a team meeting, it's paying a meal. If there's anyone to collect it, it's Diaz or Rodri. Exactly. So the players are policing each other. And that's how you're supposed to do it, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? The
think
players
he
decided
policed
that
everyone.
because he said Man City don't do fines. So what that means is Pep didn't implement fines. The players did. The players have to police each other. This is how you have a happy dressing room.
No, but
When
I hear
players,
that. Matic used
well,
to
there
do
you
that,
go.
apparently. Matic
The
used to
problem.
do it. Matic used to
Pardon?
do it.
Who did?
Matic, I think Matic used to do the one before.
Well, there you go. And
Before,
Matic was another senior player. Players used to police each
Yeah.
other. And I'm saying, Man United have lost senior players in Ronaldo, in De Gea. They've lost senior players,
This is
whether you
Ben
like it or
Heisenberg,
not.
man.
But it doesn't matter.
This
The
is
point
Ben
is,
Heisenberg.
my point is, yeah.
Come on, man.
My point is,
Come on, man,
senior
this is Ben
players
Heisenberg,
are the
though.
police, blood. So when you piss off senior players at a club as a manager, you lose the dressing room by default. This is the point
He's
I'm trying
robotic,
to
man.
say.
He ain't like that, bro. I don't think he does all of them little fines and that. He's so robotic. He's
No,
so
he doesn't do
methodical.
fines. Instead, he sits you on the bench because you were 30 seconds late and then pisses
Yeah.
you off and then pisses off all your friends and then everyone stops playing.
No. What I think, what I don't personally kind of. I'm not against hierarchy. I think there always should be hierarchy. There's a
There
boss,
is, but
and then
are you listening to
everyone
what I'm saying, bro?
But I think for me, where I agree with you, no, but where I agree with you is calling people out in public, having your dirty laundry out in public, maybe saying things that shouldn't be said in the open media. I then don't agree with that. But for me, if someone's late, I think there should be some sort of, I don't know, I would say retribution for
Bro,
that.
are
Or
you
something
listening to
that,
what are you
punishment.
listening to what I'm saying? Are you listening to what I'm saying, bro? I'm saying,
But I'm
yeah,
listening to you.
I'm saying the players need to police each other. As a manager, you don't come in
But we
and
don't
try
know
and
that, though. We don't
police
know that.
everyone. We do know that because he's very much a my way or the highway kind of guy. It's very obvious that he is. The problem is that doesn't go down well most of the time in teams because within a team, there's always a hierarchy within the team. And you have to understand that as a manager when you go into places, bro. I'm someone that's owned a club, managed players and whatever, bro. Like, you have to understand, it don't matter what level you're at. You
but
need
you're
to
wanting to
understand
change
there's
a
a
person.
hierarchy,
That isn't
bro.
that.
Bro, what I'm saying is you have to understand within team situations, yeah, there, even at work, there's always a hierarchy. If you're a new manager, yeah, if you're a new manager at a job, say at a call center,
Yeah.
there's always bigger personalities in there. There's guys that are the ringleaders. That's what they say at school, yeah? Find out who the ringleaders are. And then the teachers have to get them on side. And when the teachers get them on side, then the class is under control. That's how it works at school as well.
But
If
I
you're a
get
school
that.
teacher,
But
you need to find out who's the class clown, who's the popular guy, get the popular guy on side and everyone else behaves. That's how
Yeah.
life works. You don't come in and piss
No.
off the popular people and think everyone's going to listen to you. You get smoked. And this is why Ten Hag is going to get smoked because he's gone past that
Okay.
hierarchy and he's tried to do his own thing, bro. That's it.
No, but you know what it is, though? I think for me, I get what you mean, but this is who Ten Hag is. And I don't
Exactly.
think
And that's
gonna
why he's
change.
losing, Saeed.
No, but I get it. He's losing the battle as a Man United manager right now. Things aren't going his way. But what I'm trying to say is his principles are his principles. I don't think we can change who he is.
No,
I'll be real.
that's why
what
he
I'm
needs to
saying.
go, Saeed. I'm not saying he needs to change. I'm saying he needs to piss
this is-
off.
That's what I'm saying. This is where this guy's going to. And the chat's listening to this. This is what I'm trying to say. This is where he's leading to, yeah? And I'm trying to tell you lot, yeah, that end of the day, he has principles, and we're going to see his results. We'll find out. We'll make or shape who he is. All of this in-bit house and late to training and he's firing him. When in the day we won that game, we can't go back to that situation. All we can look at right now is that's what happened on the football pitch, and it ain't working. Simple as that.
And
Bro,
this
man
comment
is
here is a
saying,
great. This is
Oh,
a
You
man,
can't
great.
let the
look,
players
man.
police themselves. You need the right characters. We have the right characters, bro.
I don't trust these men to play. I don't
Bro,
want these man
listen,
policing
I'm
themselves.
telling you, yeah,
I
like,
don't
bro,
trust
it's
these
not
men.
a lack of the right characters, bro, because at the end of the day, first of all, yeah, the manager brought in some of these clowns. He brought in Mount, who's not a leader. He brought in Anthony, that's not a leader. Malassia's a youth. He brought in Ericsson, who's a bit timid anyway, but he's experienced.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We've got Casimiro, we've got Lissandro, we've got Varane. Them three, like, none of them are the captain. None. You gave the captaincy to a loser. And our previous captain was a loser. So again, with Oli again, hierarchy. Why do you give the captain's armband to Maguire? I said it at the time. No one respects that guy. Why are you going to give him the armband? You can't tell me these men respect Bruno, blood. I've seen how they look at him, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
The clip of Sancho
Bro,
telling him
bro
when he
Sancho
said,
said,
"Yo,
bruv,
moaning."
stop shouting, bruv.
Yeah,
Shut up,
stop
man.
moaning. And
You're a
he
waste,
does
man.
do too much of that. I just don't.
Sancho
like I said,
ain't gonna talk to Cass like that because
Yeah.
there's a respect there, bro. Amongst men, yeah, respect is earned. You can't force a man to respect you. Ten Hag's trying
I
to
hear
force
that.
man to respect him, and he's trying to force man to respect Bruno. And Oli tried to force man to respect Maguire. How did that work?
crazy. Yeah.
Do you know what I
just
mean?
don't-
In life, read the room, blood. This is what I'm saying. You can say that is his philosophy, it's his style. That doesn't work. That don't work in the modern era, and it's never really worked anyway. Players still police themselves. Roy Keane was Sir Alex Ferguson on the pitch.
Yeah, he was.
And he was Sir
hear
Alex
that.
Ferguson in the dressing room. Sir Alex Ferguson didn't have to police everyone individually because Roy Keane used to pattern man up.
Yeah,
You know,
he
like
did.
that. Who's patterning up these youths, blood?
But again, the reason why I say that I don't, even though there is characters in a Varane, Casemiro, Martinez, I don't want any of these. I don't want our squad. I'll use that. I don't want our squad with any extra responsibility. They don't even do what they're supposed to do now. I don't want them having no extra responsibility. You
It's
man
what
can't
I'm
even
saying, man.
you man can't even run on the pitch. I like
can't
currently,
press.
well, just the Brighton game. I don't want you man with any extra responsibility off the pitch. Please pattern the football. That's what I need you to do. Word to Roy Keane, we just mentioned, do your job first and foremost. That's what I need you to do. Pass to someone in a red shirt. Can we start there?
One step
That's
at a
what I
time,
need you
man.
to do. Just one baby steps, man. You know what I'm saying? And that baby steps and Ten Hag, you know where a baby starts walking and you're behind the baby to make sure they don't fall. That's what Ten Hag's having to do with these, man. Baby them. That's what, and is it all on him?
Yeah, but
No,
you
is some
shouldn't
of
be
it on him?
treating
Yes.
grown men like that, bro. Do you know what I mean? That you shouldn't be anyway.
You shouldn't
It's,
be,
it's,
but they
it's,
shouldn't be
it's
doing what they're doing
condescending.
either.
It's patronizing. Do you know what I mean? And it just shows, yeah, that, bro, if you was doing your job, you wouldn't have to micromanage people. And if you were picking the right characters, you wouldn't have to
it's both.
micromanage people.
That's why I
Do
say
you know
it's
what I mean?
both.
I'm someone, yeah, that's had people work for me. I have people work for me now. Like, if I have to micromanage you, that means I picked the wrong characters. Because I don't want to be messaging you all the time saying, oh, is this done? Can this be done? If you have to micromanage someone, it's because you picked the wrong person, bro. Do you know what I mean? So
fair.
ultimately, the manager's still at fault.
He is at fault 110%, but we know some of the characters he brought in are not right in terms of talent, and there's a lot here who are not right as well. There's a lot here. That's why I don't want them with no extra
But
responsibility.
if he
because
keeps
they
them
can't
on
do the
there,
job
then that's
supposed
on
to.
him, innit?
Yeah,
Then
and
I
again,
can't back
that's
that.
where I criticize Ten Hag, because a lot of these man should have been moved on. What did I say? Also, someone actually tweeted me about it and said, "You said we needed like 5 first teamers and like 10 new players."
I
in the
said it,
summer."
yeah.
I forgot
100%,
that I
yeah.
actually said this, and I think it was on this show that I said this. Yes, same way I said Mount was a horrible signing. The manager's going to get things wrong. That's where he needs to be helped by other players, and that's just legit
Yeah.
what it is. I just don't want these men with any extra responsibility because they don't do what's in the job description. Don't do nothing extra. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do in your allotted time. Please.
Yeah,
Get that
100%.
part.
You're saying the core of these players have been problematic on the past match. And the reason why they are, look at this dressing room. Look at his build. Like I said, giving Harry Maguire the armband, bad idea. Giving Luke Shaw another contract, yeah, bad idea. He's been at the club so long, yeah, that he's got influence whether you like it or not, and he's not good. Scott McTominay talks like a big man. He's a little man. You know, like that. All these things, bro. Like, bro, the hierarchy's been off. And then you bring in Casimiro and Varane, and they have to listen to Maguire. Now they have to answer to Bruno Fernandes, who ain't done nothing in the game of football. Again, hierarchy's off. And then you got favourites in the team like the Antonys and all of that. Do you know what I mean? You got the Yuka Nacho, yeah, that's given the number 17 shirt. Obviously, his ego's been inflated by the way the manager's treating him. And then he's been pulled out the team, so now he's upset. Do you know what I mean? The bare different things have been done wrong, bro. This club's made a catalogue of errors, yeah, in how the hierarchy's been run. What it should have been was you bring in the big man, like the Zlatans and that, the personalities, and these man pattern up everyone else, blood. That's how it needs to be. The manager don't need to pattern everyone. You bring in the right characters, bro. We haven't brought in the right characters, and that's on the managers. Ollie never brought in the right characters, yeah? And also, and Ten Hag ain't brought in the right characters. When you look at the guys that he brought in, yeah? Like, bro, apart from what, Lissandro, what characters have come in, bro? Come in and you can say, yeah, boom. Like, Amrabat looks like a good character. Do you know what I mean? But that's only 2, man.
And that's
only 2, man.
And that's a fair criticism outside of the actual talent. Yeah, that's a fair
Bro,
criticism.
one thing about
I hear
Jose
that.
Mourinho, whether you like him or not, he brings in characters that he can trust. That's why he will sign an Nemanja Matic 2 times or 3 times, because he brings in characters. He looks at the characters in the dressing room. You have to look at these things. Ibrahimovic, character, bro. Like Paul Pogba said that Zlatan, yeah, is one of the best leaders that he's... Bro, they were talking about the Pirlos and that. He said Zlatan. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, bro, this is the levels, blood. So imagine if you're bringing in a Casimiro and a Varane and telling them, oh yeah, but listen to Harry Maguire. What? Bro, I will smash up this dressing room now. What do you mean? You can't tell me that don't cause problems, bro. That causes problems.
He did take the captaincy off him, though. The thing
And
is,
gave
though,
it
he
to
did take the captaincy
Bruno.
off him. Yeah, and obviously that didn't work out, did it? You know what I'm saying? So
Bro.
listen, there's a lot to organize, innit? There's a lot to organize, man, and there's a little time left, man. And like I said, fans are not patient, as Rants is showing right now. We're not patient,
bro.
but ultimately we're a big club, man. We can't be doing this, man. Like, bro,
We're
like,
moving like a
literally,
little man team, bro.
yeah. We're chilling with Chelsea, man. I don't want to chill with Chelsea, man. Like, I don't want
Oh,
that.
thank
Like,
God
I want to
thank
move
God they
away
drew.
from Chelsea.
Thank God they drew yesterday, man. You know what I'm saying? I thought we were gonna be
Bro,
drowning
like,
alone, man. We can
we're in the
drown
fucking
together, man.
Chelsea, man.
We're on the wing, man. We're in
Bro,
the same jail, man. We're in the same jail cell, man.
bro,
Thank
let's
God.
get out of that jail, man. I want
I
to be
thought they were
free.
going bust case. I thought they were going bust case yesterday. I was like, they gonna score. Where I'm fucked. We
But
fucked. But nah, they
they're
did
just as
take
bad as us,
language.
man. They're just as
Yeah.
bad as us, man.
Well,
But
you know what
listen,
I'm
man,
saying?
buying in it, buying, we'll be there. But it
Yeah,
is what
but
it is.
listen. All of these is only an armband merchant, yeah, and it's only a number merchants, yeah. Look at our team fall apart, and you think it's only an armband, it's only a number. It's not. You know them ones there. There's certain intangibles in life, yeah, that will come back and bite you, fam. You know, like that. That's just
Yeah.
what it is. It will come back and it will bite you, fam. Because in life, amongst men, we create our own hierarchies, blood. Do you know what I mean? And if anyone messes with that hierarchy, they always fall on their sword, blood. It don't matter. Football is life, bro. It's a job. Whether you're working in Tesco's or whatever, everyone knows who the guy is, blood. And if you're not the guy, or if you try and mess with the guy, you will be sacrificed, blood. And this is what's happening to Ten Hag, bro. He came in, he tried to make too many changes, tried to do too many things, didn't get the right people on side, and they are going to throw him under the bus. If they haven't already. Because
That's the
these man
interesting
already,
thing. They
because
might-
them man
they
already
might.
look like they've checked out.
Yeah.
That's why
like I
Sancho
said,
didn't
the game
apologize,
is-
bro. Imagine, yeah. Look at it like this, yeah. We talk about hierarchies. If all the players are behind the manager, Sancho apologizes to him. Sancho ain't apologized to man. He must know that bare man are backing him. You know, like that. Because, bro, think about it. Because imagine, who wants to be the odd one out? Sancho could play now, yeah? There's man injured. There'll be other men in the dressing room saying, you know what, fam, just apologize, blood. I know he's a waste man, but come on, we need you. Them man are saying, yo, bun this guy.
Potentially, it is definitely potential.
Bro.
Because I don't know his character.
Bro.
It could be
Oh,
right.
they
what
don't want
you're
to get
saying.
involved.
I'm just saying. I would, if I'm Sancho and my character, if I'm in, I'm not apologizing, regardless.
No, but bro,
Like,
like
it's not-
honestly,
but I hear you.
how
I
many
hear you
times have
saying.
you been in situations where I've been at school? Man,
No, I
might
hear
have
that,
said
I hear
just
what you're
man,
talking
man,
about.
man might have
Just
got into a
apologise.
fight or something like that. And then, you know, when they say, oh, you know what, if you don't apologize, everyone gets detention. And the man them are saying, oh, fam, just, you get me? Like, fam, come on, blood. You know, like that. And I'll be like, all right, cool. For the man them, like, man will apologize, innit? Because, you get me? But the fact that he ain't apologizing, he must know that them man are like, yeah, this guy's an idiot, blood.
Maybe.
You know, like that. It's just like, yo, bun this guy, bro. Don't let him chief you up. Someone's saying that to him.
Potentially.
Someone is. Because
hear
if
it.
everyone was super happy in that change room, they're saying, you know what, Sanch, bro, we need you, fam. Like, just firm it, blood. I know, but just firm it. Because that's how the man them talk. They're friends, innit? Don't buy into this rubbish that no one likes him and that. That's nonsense. Because
the
you see
guy's
him and
good at
Rashi on a private jet, blood. So let's not pretend. Like, bro, him, Malasia, Wan-Bissaka, them and they're man them. You get me? So what? You trying to tell me none of the man them ain't patting him up? I said, you know what, fam? I know it was a dickhead thing, but come on, bro. Like, we need you in it for the man them. Like, firm it, bro. The fact that no one's saying to him, yo, bro, something ain't right in that dressing
could
room.
be
Man them are like, you know what, this guy's an idiot.
Wan-Bissaka
Don't say
definitely
so.
did.
They could be. That's why I said what you're saying holds weight. It could be the case. They could be saying that,
Bro.
or you could have just doubled down and been like, "Nah, I ain't apologizing." Because me, like I said, if that's me in that situation, I'm not apologizing. I'm not apologizing.
I'm saying, yeah,
I mean,
if
you
the
don't- we don't know
whole,
what he's
if
done
the
though,
whole
innit? We don't know
dressing
what he's
room, yeah, was behind the manager, Sancho 100% would have apologized. 100%, because the man them would have been onto him. The man them would have said, "Come on, bro."
No, but the thing is,
you
it's
know,
not
like that.
black
Can
and
get
white
onto
because
you,
we don't
but
know what's
still-
going on. We don't know what's going
Yeah.
on behind the dressing room, innit? That's the thing is for me. This is why I never took a side because I don't really truly believe it's down to training. I think there's something going on. Why would he write a whole statement out here and talk about scapegoats if he believed it was just down to training? So
And
it's something going on.
also,
That's,
if he never had the
Yeah.
man them backing him, he's not posting that. Listen to what I'm saying. Because imagine if you knew you were going to piss off the whole team and the manager had the whole team patterned, yeah? You wouldn't put that out. Because, bro, you can read the room. You know.
F the team. I would have still put it out. But again, that's just,
Yeah, but I know that. Like, me
Yeah.
personally, no, but bro, if you're reading the room and you're thinking, you know what? I could potentially upset some of my brethren if I do this.
I hear that. I get
Even
that
if I
point.
want to do it, I'm not gonna do it. Do you know what I mean? Because I'll be like, I know a few of my brethren be like, nah. You know the amount of times, bro, like I've said stuff and Saidi be like, Rants, man. You know them ones. And I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
You know when you're with the man them and it's just like, all right, bro, you man know what I'm like, innit?
Yes.
You have to firm it.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
But
Well, every
if
time,
I'm
yeah.
but if I'm gonna get the man them in trouble, I'll be like, all right, cool.
I hear that.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I hear
I'm
that.
just gonna say, all right, cool. You know, like that. It don't matter. Even if you're the
I hear
bad
that, I
you
hear
in
that.
class, yeah. If the man them say, oh, you know what, not today, fam. You'll be like, all right, cool. The fact that man is refusing to apologize, yeah, and the man them ain't getting onto him, saying, oh, yo, bro, come on, man, come on. That means they know that he's in the right, blood. There's a lot of men that agree with him, or else the dressing room would have stepped in. Because in football, the dressing room steps in. In classroom, everyone's getting the tension. If the classroom step and say, yo, Rants, tell him it was you, fam. You know, like that. Or nobody knows who threw that the rubber band at the teacher. No one knows. Either none of us know. Do you get me? Or all of us know, and someone's being made the scapegoat. But what we're not gonna do here is pretend, yeah, that this brother isn't standing his ground with the support of people. Because why would he ostracize himself from the whole... These are his friends, blood. These are his brethrens. These are the brethren that he jams with outside of football as well. So why are you going to throw all the man them under the bus if they're not backing you? That doesn't make no sense, bro.
Nah, it definitely could. What you're saying holds weight. It could be potential. Like I said, we're going to find all this out anyway. Because when he leaves, he's going to do an interview.
I hope so.
With a tell-all. Nah, he will. He'll definitely do an interview.
I hope so.
Point.
I'm waiting for Ragnick interview, man. I need to know what his NDA runs out, man. I need to know what Ragnick's saying. Because I need to know what happened because they had a meeting. Ten Hag and Ragnick had a meeting for about 2 hours, they said, or something like that. So I need to know that what was said then. So, bro, I'm waiting for Ragnick to come out, man. Forget Sancho interview.
No, Ragnick is going to blow, like, he's going to blow up the whole thing. But what it looks like is that Ten Hag came in and told him, you know what, I got this, big man. I got this.
You know that I'm the captain. Remember that movie with Tom Hanks and that? Bro,
I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain now.
Man said I don't need no advisor, blood. I'm the advice. And now look at you.
I'm the advice.
You know like that, you pussy. Look at you now.
No, relax.
You know like that. Look at you now, bruv. You know them ones.
Man.
Ralph's older than you and he's got more hair than you, blood. You should have listened to the OG. This is what happened. You should have listened to the OG. Bro, this is what I'm saying, bro. Bro, imagine if we had a Ralph Rangnick 11, blood. All the ballers he tried to get at Man United, and then in the end we were signing Mount, you know.
Yeah, Mount, yeah.
Bro, you should have listened to the OG.
When you put it like that, I get it. But also, you need the element of balance, man. It's about balance, man. Everything in life is about balance. You can't all just have it one manager's way. You got to have the element of structure that comes involved. You know, you're looking at all the top now coaches, Brighton. Look at Brighton as well. It's not only De Zerbi, you know. The players that they're getting, it's not only because of De Zerbi. It's their ID, man. They got structure, yeah.
They do have a very good structure.
It's what it is, man.
But that's what I'm saying, bruv. Look, even this you as well, blood, making me mad and that. Another Ragnick baller, blood. Ragnick's just, bruv, Ragnick's baller.
You rate Somer's
bruv, he's good, blood. Even Ragnick's ballers are all like, Klopp's just stealing all of Ragnick's ballers, blood. You know, like that. Like, bro, man try get us Vardio, blood. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like he was on stuff, bro. Do you know what I mean? And we let him go, blood. We let him go for this Bray, yeah? That's just, bro, this Bray is literally just, man's just playing Football Manager, yeah? In the Eredivisie, blood, and signing ballers, cuz. Shit don't even make sense. It's like he went through his phone book and said, oh, right, who can I bring in, blood? Like, this Bray. Played with him before, like, oh, no, ain't spoken to him in a while. I wonder what he's doing. Like, do you know what I mean? Get out of here, man. You know what I mean? This is what we're doing now. Do you know what I mean? We're Friends FC, blood. Man, like Phoebe and them. You know, like that, some joke thing. Look at us now, the state of us. And it's all on this guy's head, bro. I don't care. I'm saying this dressing room.
It's part of the problem.
He has lost the dressing room. I don't care. Do you know what I mean? When you got a player openly saying, I ain't apologizing, and none of the man them aren't patterning him up and saying, yo, come on, Sanch, man. Do you know what I'm saying?
Like I say,
Ma-
because if it's get to because
Bro, Casimiro probably
Sorry,
said, you know
character.
what, young G? This guy's a bozo. Hang in there, innit? Soon
guy,
gone.
you know.
Soon gone, blood. Bro, I can imagine Casimiro doing that. He said, this got me out here running by myself, my old legs, you know. Man's got me out here exposed and that. Page 3, blood. Man's here with my tits out, bruv. You know what I'm saying, bro? He said, Sanch, don't apologize, bruv. Soon gone, young G, bruv. He's telling it. Bro, I'm telling you. Bruv, Hermano FC and that. You see Lissandro's like, this guy? Nah.
Contacts.
Hermanos, bruv. I swear down.
The hypotheticals, man.
Bro, ain't no hypotheticals, bruv. If you're a real man and you know how hierarchies work, I'm telling you, you don't want to be the odd one out. You don't want to be. You don't want to be the guy that's letting down the side. You know the ones. How many times have you, man, gone on a night out when you weren't feeling going out because you didn't want to let down the man them? Bare times. You know the amount of times I've been tired? Man didn't want to go out drinking. I don't want to drink.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I got a bit of a headache. But, bruv, listen, the jeans are coming on. I'm going out.
Yeah,
you know what that? Because the man them want to go out. So if the man them want to go out, I'm rolling.
Yeah, been
what?
Been there. Yeah.
Come on, bro.
With the Sancho one, like I said, because I don't know his character well enough and don't know this, I can't say it. I can only put myself in his shoes. And I don't care what anybody's saying to me. I'm not apologizing.
Bro, I'm telling you, blood, 2 shots of tequila, I'm outside. No, I don't want to be it, but I'm outside.
Yeah, man,
bro.
of course.
Remember, Saeed, we went out in Manny, bro. I all left my coat, blood. It was cold, fam. Bruv, man was outside with no jacket in Manchester in the winter, bro, because the man them wanted to turn up.
Nah, that makes sense.
You know them ones there, bro? So I went out in a shirt, cuz, in the winter. You know, like that. And that's what you do for the gang, fam. You know, like that. That's what you do for the gang, fam. So if the gang said to Sanch, yo, come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Man are under pressure here. Bro, they want this manager gone, I promise you. Because if they didn't, they would say to Sanch, you know what, fam? Bun the jacket, we're going out, fam.
We're gonna find out.
You know what I mean? That's what would have happened.
We going for that's the crazy thing is we are gonna find out in these next few games. Bayern's gonna be very telling.
Bro, Bayern Munich, we are going to get.
We need to bring him, man. I'll bring him back. Play in Germany, man. We might win. Run it back, bro. I'm telling you now, man. Ten Hag, bring him back for one game in Germany, and he might run it back.
This is what. Nah, bro, we're gonna get cooked. You know like that because the players are giving up, bro. Do you know what I mean? The players are giving up. You know what I mean? And this is just what it is. The players are giving up. There's no two ways. This guy has not got the dressing room. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, bruv, listen, of course, bruv, the Anthony thing's brazy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
brazy. Sancho's talked about scapegoats. Nacho's brother's talking about certain man have to play in that. You know that, bro?
What? Wait, who said that?
Bruv, Nacho's brother was all tweeting saying certain man have to play and all that, bruv. Like, bruv, listen, bro. You think these man don't know?
It.
I didn't know that. When did he tweet that?
Bro.
He tweeted that a while ago.
Okay, bro. I didn't know this. I missed that one.
Yeah, bro, man. Seen that.
Man, no, blood. Man, know that there's favourites in here, bro. When man's putting scapegoats out there, yeah,
I get that.
He knows that the team's backing him, or else he's not saying that because you could risk pissing off your brethren because they're like, bruv, who are you talking about? Everyone knows who the scapegoats are and everyone knows who the favourites are.
Yeah, there's definitely favourites. There's definitely favourites. I would love to
bro, I know there's favourites. You can tell, man. How does man play that badly and still stay on the pitch?
Yeah, we know there's favourites.
Stop the place up. Come on, man.
Yo, bro, and whether Nacho's overhyped or not, the point still stands, yeah? Team ain't getting picked on merit, bro. Do you know what I mean? And it doesn't matter whether he's overrated or not. That's not the question, though. Do you know what I mean? So if my man's brother knows it, that means he's gone home and spoke to his brother. You get me? So that means he ain't happy.
Oh, his brother can see that.
Bruv, like, we all can. Bruv, he's been told, innit? Yeah, and then obviously Sanchez putting out scapegoats. What scapegoat means is, there's man that are worse than me here, blood. Why are you blaming me? That's what that means. Do you know what I'm saying? And then man said other reasons. So man saying, we know there's favourites. Stop lying. He's not apologising. None of the man them are saying, yo, Sanch, come on, bro. Everyone's been here. How many of you man been in class, bro? Teachers like, yo, like, everyone's getting detention, blood. If you don't say who don't, and you're like, you know what, bro, just Come on, G.
Yo, say it.
You know,
that
come on,
analogy,
just
yeah.
like, bro, just tell man, like.
But
do you know
Sancho
what I
ain't
mean?
gonna get a fair. I don't think he believes he's gonna get a fair shot anyway. He's not
But
getting
that's
a
what
fair
I'm
shot.
That's what I'm saying. He
saying.
don't think it's worth it. He don't believe it's worth it because right now he ain't getting a shot anyway.
He ain't gonna get a shot,
So,
even if he did. Even
and
if he
also
did
he
apologize.
believes it's wrong. If you believe something's wrong, that's why he ain't backing down anyway. That's the
Yeah,
ultimate
that's it.
principle he ain't gonna do on.
bro.
So
So
that's to this comment. Yeah, that's why I think he's not the main reason he's not
Bro, the
apologizing.
fact
because
that
don't
he
believe he's
would
done anything
rather
wrong.
not play at all, that means he knows no matter
Yeah.
what he's not playing.
Yeah. Which
That's
I think
that,
there
that's
you
what
go.
I
we
mean.
all knew anyway. Like I
Yeah.
knew this about
We all knew
Sancho.
anyway.
Yeah, we all, like from when you see Martial, Rashford, and Højlund all play ahead of you centrally, that
Yeah.
tells you all you need to know. You
Yeah,
know where
bro.
you're at in the pecking order. Whether that's right or wrong is a whole different
Hundo,
conversation.
bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is what it is, yeah. Like man saying football ain't preschool. Listen, life is life, bro. Do you know what I mean? Hierarchies are hierarchies. A group of men are a group of men. Whether you're at work, whether you're in an office, whether you're on a building site, whether you're at football, whether you're at, it don't matter. When the man them are together, yeah, hierarchies, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Look at man said, if you all knew things that I know, you would understand more about who starts and who does not. Basically, is what my man's
Yeah, he
brother
said it.
said.
Yeah, he said it, man.
Bro, understand these things, bro.
Yeah,
So
we know
school
he
is
has
100% a representation of life, because you know what? Group is just a group of people, yeah, that never knew each other before, that become friends and have to spend
Yep.
every day together. That's the same as a
Facts.
football team. You go in every day. You didn't know man them before most of the time. You spend more time together than you do with your own family, than you do at home and all that, bro. Being on a football team is exactly like being at school. It's exactly like it. It's exactly like it. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's the same with football, blood. When the waste man teacher comes in, bruv, man after this that dash chalk on the back of his blazer, blood. What man never done that?
Oh,
You know the ones
Some
there, like
supply
man had the
teachers
little,
got absolutely-
the little
yeah.
chalk rubber on the back of man's blazer and that, bro. Man done the maddest things. Bruv, teachers used to get patterned.
Yeah,
Do you know
yeah,
what I'm saying? And
teachers,
it's the
yeah,
same
yeah.
thing. When teachers try to come in on the big man flex, yeah, the class always pattern the teachers. The only teachers that don't get patterned are the cool teachers that know who the cool kids are. Then they get the cool kids on side, and the cool kids control the classroom. That's how school works, bro.
So she'd
know what I
rather
mean?
not go there. She'd rather not go there.
Bruv, that's
You
what
know
it is.
what? I want peace. I don't want problems.
That's
You
it.
get
And
me?
if you
So,
want peace, you have to find out who the ringleaders are, and you have to get them on side, and then they control the class. That's life. It's not just football. It's not just anything. School, work, it's all the same, blood. So when you go and you piss off the popular kids, then bro, they're gonna raise hell, blood, and everyone's gonna back the popular youths, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? The class always patterns the class, bro. That's it. And that's why when you don't like a teacher and they say, "Oh, who done it?" Nobody knows, blood, because we don't like you. Nobody knows.
facts.
We're all sitting in detention because you're a waste man. I don't care. We're not telling you who shot you in the head with the paper thing. We ain't telling you because you're there. We're over here. You know, like that. The only teachers that's successful is the ones that get the class on side, bro. And you have to get the popular man them on side to get the class on side. That is it, bro. Or it's us versus you. And right now at Man United, we're seeing us versus you, blood. That's what we're seeing. We're seeing Ten Hag versus the dressing room, and the dressing room will win, blood. And Sancho's just gonna be the one to take the bullet for the man them.
But also, just to kind of end it on that one, the dressing room shouldn't win, no man, because I feel like they're
should.
part of the problem as well.
They are part of the problem.
I
but
disagree.
They are part of the problem. But what you need to understand is, yeah, like I said, the smart teacher understands who the big characters are, gets them on side, and that is how you get what you want. You don't come in on the big man thing with your chest out, because you will always lose. And also, if you're a smart manager, you bring in the characters that are gonna mold the culture of the club. That's what you do. This guy ain't done that, bro. The guy gave the armband to someone that was already there. You should have given it to one of your guys if you wanted to really control the thing. You've messed up. You've messed up. Do you know what I mean? You're taking an armband from Maguire and giving it to Bruno, bruv. You can't tell me that Bruno's one of them guys that everyone loves, bro. Like, it's not that, bro. Like, it's not that. Do you know amount of man that tell him to shut up, like? I've seen it bare times, like. Do you know what I'm saying? I've seen it bare times, fam. Shit don't even make no sense, bro. Don't even make no sense. I saw a thing when Fred was running him and that. Like, it's not even serious, bro. Man, I tell him to shut up, bro. Like, man can't tell your captain to shut up. Do you know what I'm saying? Nah,
Crazy.
come on, bro. Do you know what I mean? That even make no sense, bro. At the end of the day, he done it the wrong way and he's gonna pay. That's it. You know, like that. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Big up everyone inside. Smash up that like, man. We got over 3,000 in here.
Solid show,
we ain't even got 1.5 thousand. We ain't even got half, blood. Man,
Nah,
even
that's
got
wild, man.
We got 1.3k likes. We need 1.5 minimum, bruv. What you man doing? You man got a
Easy,
classic
easy. Half the
stream, blood.
likes. Come on.
You man
Come
got
on.
a classic
Like the video,
stream,
people,
blood.
man.
You man got
Yeah,
a
man. Like the
classic
video.
stream, you know. Do you know what I'm saying? You man got a classic. What you man doing? You man need to like up the ting, bro. Man, them, what you got coming up? I know Flawless, we're redirecting.
Yeah, I'm going live in a second, obviously, to continue talking about Manchester United. You know what I'm saying? Poor performances, absolute crisis. So, yeah, that's what I got coming up straight after this, people. Big up for having me, as always, Rants, man. Love
Come on,
saying
man.
every single time. You already know what it is, fam.
What are you telling me?
Yeah, man. Big up the chat, man. Yeah, man. I'm live in an hour, man. Straight Jacket Podcast. And yeah, man. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Like I said, like the video. And for me, give Ten Hag time. That's all I'd say, man.
I hear that.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah, I
10
mean, for
hard
me-
out. I got 10 hard out. You know what I'm saying? Word to Lewis,
Fair
he gave me
enough.
that one.
Do you know what I'm
That's
saying?
where
See,
I'm
that's a nice little spectrum. And I'm like, yeah, cool. A man gets smoked by Bayern, then he can leave, innit?
Yeah,
I
we know
be
where
real.
you're at. I'm not surprised. I know you well enough.
We
innit?
know.
You talk well enough
We know.
to know this is why I'm
We
not
know.
Yeah,
surprised.
brother.
I'm not shocked. I'm not like, oh my god, Rants wants
Yeah.
the money. Like, yeah, first.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure you sub to the man them. The link is in the title. You already know what it is.
Come on.
I can't see it getting better, so you know what I'm saying, bro? Why prolong the inevitable? You know, like that, bro. Do you know what I mean? The man them are at the point where you have to go. If you're at the point where you need to check your girl's phone, yeah, it's already too late. Do you know what I'm saying? She's already cheating on you. You know them. And brother, if you feel like you gotta check her phone, the relationship's already over. You know, like that. And it's one of them ones, Ten Hag, bro. Man's looking at that guy funny for a while. You know what I'm saying? Before you gotta check the phone, blood, man, them walk. You get me? So big up everyone inside. Smash up the like button, people. Man's back at 6 with Sava. Gang.